Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final episode, the season finale, if you will, of the Worldwide Wrestling Exhibition Series, the Journeyman's Cup Tournament. My name is Nathan Pletta. I'm the designer and publisher of the Worldwide Wrestling role-playing game. Thank you so much for joining us, or viewing or listening to this whenever that is happening for you. This is it. This is the Journeyman's Cup pay-per-view event. It's for all the marbles. It is for the Journeyman's Cup itself, as well as kind of capping off some of the longer-running storylines throughout our show. So you can see the story thus far in the previous 8 episodes, all archived on my YouTube channel. It is 18 to 19 hours of glorious wrestling content. Thank you for everyone who's been staying with the show. There are people who have been watching, commenting, sending emails, talking to individual players about their characters and stuff, which is awesome. So thank you so much for doing that. All right, but on the last episode, we saw chaos. There was a lot of craziness. There was an intense tag team match. There was some backstage drama. The booking committee got some barbs thrown their way. Dr. Moreau started wedging his way everywhere, throwing his weight around. The crackheads started getting themselves into the events in the absence of Joey Crack, carrying on the strong tradition. And it was a bit of madness. So this is where all those strands come back together, and we will cap off our season with the Journeyman's Cup pay-per-view. The main event, of course, is for your Journeyman's Cup champion. It will be Bradshaw versus Scythe. We are awaiting Bolt. His limousine has not yet arrived at the venue, so we'll keep you updated as events progress. And yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all the recap boring stuff. We are going to go ahead and introduce our characters at their current state and go through some top-of-the-show business. So starting with Jason, tell us about Professor Atomo.
Hi there, I'm Jason Cox. I play Professor Atomo, or more particularly, I play the Headmaster of Heavyweights, the Maestro of Musculature, the Atomic Academic, Professor Atomo. He is a face, and up till now he has been the veteran playbook. He is still the veteran playbook, but he has moved into the advanced iconic role, which is pretty exciting for me. And yeah, he's a little bit of a blowhard, but he's one of 3 faces, and he's out there every week putting up the good fight.
He sure is, him and the nerds. And then up next we have Joe with Joey Crack.
Hello there, I'm 100% pure Crack. Joey Crack, the golden boy, the future and current present of Worldwide Wrestling. I'm here to sweep out the trash that is the dinosaur Professor Atomo, and I'm here to make sure the crackheads, millions that they are, see me rise to the top. And well, I've already converted all the nerds to crackheads, so this shouldn't be too difficult for me.
We like the confidence. That's our favorite part about Joey Crack. All right, one of our contestants for the Journeyman's Cup itself, Scythe. Catch us up.
Hey everybody, I'm Matt. I play Scythe. Use the hardcore playbook. At the end of last episode, I just picked up I got in advance. I picked up the anti-hero move. Rules what rules? Which basically means I can do whatever I want, when I want, how I want. And we're gonna see what trouble I can get myself into over the course of this pay-per-view.
And trouble it will be indeed. Speaking of trouble, one of our resident troublemakers, Escorpion.
Hola. I'm Peter B. from Las Vegas. I am playing Escorpion. He is the nominally face, but also known as the worst face ever technician. who has a habit of horribly, horribly injuring anyone he gets in the ring with. And I hope he continues that trend tonight as I face the horribly, horribly implacable man, the Reaper.
Which is a perfect transition to Strash. OG with the Reaper. Bring us home.
Hi, I'm Strash. I'll be portraying the Reaper, or as the fans know him, the Sovereign of Shadows, the Master of the Mystic, the Ferryman to the Underworld. I would like to correct Escorpion. The only person that's been in the ring so far and has not gotten injured is actually the Reaper, and we'll see if that's going to build up the hype for the match tonight.
Fantastic. So, yes, those are all of our returning characters. We've seen a bunch of growth, new moves, new roles, etc. So we'll see some of that play out tonight. It's going to be rad. Before we get started with the broadcast, if you will, we have a little top-of-the-show business. Because everyone's audience is so high, 3s and 4 across the board.
Scorpion's is not. He's a 2.
Yours is 4, though, right? So we average a 3, which is the rule, which means that the audience for Worldwide Wrestling has grown. We have new and exciting. There's more chatter on the internet. There are more people coming to see the live shows, and of course, our pay-per-view sales have been unexpectedly high because everyone's been talking about this Journeyman's Cup show. What is this? Who are these people? So what that means mechanically, the audience has grown, which means you have all these new people that you have to win over with your in-ring skills. So everyone's audience score resets to their gimmick playbook starting number, which is 1 or 2, depending on whatever your thing is. However, before you change your number, Strash, because you are over and you have +4 audience, Reaper, you get to make the over move. To do that, then you'll reset your audience back down to 1, I believe, for Monster, and then we'll get started.
Sorry, I keep trying to hit the unmute. All right, so that's a 7 plus 3 should put me at a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, the overmove uses look, but I use power instead of look. And so that's one of my monster moves. So that means I get, one moment, I have it here, the overmove. On a 10 plus, I get to pick 2 from the 7 to 9 list. Call out to anyone on the roster. Demand to be granted any match you want. Call out anyone on the roster to explain themselves or gain +1 momentum. So I'm just going to choose that twice and pick up 2 momentum so that my crushing audience downgrade doesn't hurt me too bad here.
You don't feel like you need to call out anyone that you already know you have a match with?
No, exactly. I'm not going to mess up the roster. I think I like the ticket as it is, although we'll see as we go.
So yes, there was a card put out in advance of the show to hype up those pay-per-view buys. So, which can be seen on the event page for this. However that works for whoever or whenever is watching. But yes, the Reaper is already advertised as facing El Escorpion in the latter's pursuit of taking down the graveyard. So cool. So pick up a couple of momentum right at the start because you're so popular. And then everyone set to your new audience, and then we will get rolling. Yeah. So, pay-per-view starts. Exciting highlight reel of all of the various tournament matches coming up to this point. Also, some shots of Professor Atomo throwing people into people. Joey Crak, generally strutting and getting cheered, and all the nerds having to wear crackhead shirts, all that good stuff. Painful close-in shots of the uncharitable smashing into various people over the course of the season, et cetera, et cetera. And this pay-per-view is coming to you live tonight from the Washington Avenue Armory in Albany, New York. That is the venue that is sold out. Sold a capacity crowd of in the 2,500, 3,000 people, plus viewers worldwide on streaming internet and pay-per-view devices. So welcome everyone to the annual Journeyman's Cup event. This is where we crown our champion who has defeated all comers in the Journeyman's Cup tournament over the last number of weeks, which of course at this time is the electrifying Bolt Bradshaw out of the tournament, back into the tournament, swept his way to the top, the people's hero, versus Scythe, who has demonstrated more and more anger and resilience and just viciousness as this tournament has gone on. Now we're getting word from the back that Bolt Bradshaw has yet to arrive. As he may be having some travel woes. We'll keep you updated as events progress. But speaking of woes, well, all of the worldwide wrestling universe has been watching these two outsize, if I may, personalities clash over the course of our season. And right now, we're going to take you backstage to get the comments of the king of the Crack House himself, Joey Crak, as he prepares for our first match of the evening. Joey Crak, the student, versus his old mentor, Professor Atomo. Joey, and I think they cut back, and it's just you and the camera in whatever setting you want to have for yourself. But since you took a well-needed break on your last on the last episode, want to hear your thoughts heading back into this match.
Well, I tell you, I think we've all been expecting this for a while. I've been looking forward to it. I mean, after he so ungratefully cost me my position in the Journeyman's Cup, I mean, everyone knew I was going to beat Bolt in that ladder match if he hadn't dragged me out of the ring. So, I mean, yeah, and clearly he's still upset over having to wear a Joey Crak shirt because, I mean, God forbid he actually wears something stylish for once in his life. But, this is an age-old battle, youth versus age. And what always happens, youth wins out in the end because, he's just getting older. He's just getting slower. He's not throwing people as hard as he used to. The Atomo missiles just not what it used to be. Whereas the Crack shooter makes people tap out on a regular basis. The road to recovery, that's what he's about to head down. So what do I think? I think what everyone thinks. There's only one victor tonight, and that's going to be Joey Crak.
Nice. Go ahead and roll for your promo.
10 plus 2,
Yeah.
12.
Strong promo from the Golden Boy.
I know. It's come so far from my first ever roll. So
Cool.
I gained 1 momentum. And then we're already at max heat. We're already in a match. Yeah, I'm going to gain a second momentum. Just build it up.
Build it up. Cool. And you're at audience 1 now from the reset?
Yeah, audience 1.
Yeah, so the camera goes back out to the crowd, and there are a lot of Crackhead shirts out in the crowd. That merch push has been the merch stuff has definitely been a hot seller. So you have a strong Crackhead contingent here in this crowd. Sorry, everyone, we have some chatter in the chat that I'm trying to catch up on. Um, okay, so sorry. So Joe, you had some off-camera stuff you wanted to do before we got into the match.
Well, yeah, but Atomo can do his promo.
Okay, I was gonna put him coming down the ring for that, so I didn't know if you wanted to be backstage before he enters.
I muted my mic again. We could do his promo first while I try to figure out what Strauss is telling me to do.
Okay. Yeah, so I think as the camera pans out to the audience, pans over the crackhead section, there's signs and everything, and that is when Professor Atomo's music hits for him to come out, microphone in hand, for any response you have to your former protege's strong words.
Are we moving from the promo into the wrestling, or I just
That was my plan. But
all right.
You have something else you wanted to get in there?
Slightly different thing. Seeing as how he has now come back as an icon, Professor Atomo's entrance is slightly different. So what happens is that the lights go down, and then he begins counting down, and as he does, with each pulse, an image appears on the Titantron. So he goes 5, and then you see Atomo lifting someone up, 4, and he slams the person down, 3, and he has someone in the Atomo equation, 2, wrestling, and he lifts the guy up, 1, science, and the Atomo missiles, and then there's the pyro goes off, and you hear the music start, I am not an atomic playboy, and he comes out, he's actually got on a newer, slicker outfit, the music's actually been turned into a mashup, so it's a little bit more up to date, and he comes out with the mic hand to the applause of his various peoples. Joyous in his moment of icon and hoping he doesn't botch rolls.
Yeah, and there's a big. I think there's just a big pop. It's exciting to see the new thing, right? Like so this new more exciting entrance video is gets the crowd right into it. But yeah, mic in hand.
So he'll bring up the mic, and it'll be like, Albany is a wonderful place. It's the state capital. I've been here many a time. I've wrestled here many a time. It's always been welcoming. It's welcomed immigrants from all over the world. And it's lovely to be back in Albany, New York.
And get your cheap eat.
Yeah, I love that. And I'll tell you, I'm glad to see that Crak was willing to come out of hiding. After he attacked me for losing his match, no one saw him. No one saw him except for to see a video of him on vacation. And to be honest, I'm a little surprised he came back. I'm a little surprised. I thought I'd be wrestling Dr. Moreau. I thought I'd be wrestling someone worthy. There was a time when Crak had something in him. There was a time when I thought he could go the distance. That time wasn't when he defeated a new person. That time wasn't when he pulled a spectacular move. I'll show you when that time was. Roll the clip. And then a video starts playing, and it's one that Crak had submitted to him many years ago when he was a backyard wrestler. And you see him come out with a leather jacket, and on the back, spelled out in electrical tape, it says 100% pure Crak. And you see him go up onto the turnbuckle and pose. And Atomo goes, That was the passion he used to have. That was the man he could have been. That was the gleam in his eye. Not this waste. We'll put him down tonight. You, me, Albany! We will see the end of Joey Crak. And there we go.
Awesome. Roll for your promo.
All right.
Oh, real quick before you roll. So for Icon, you pick one of your one of your moves to be your iconic move, what did you pick?
I picked the Atomo missile because it kind of became a thing that Atomo keeps on throwing people, which is awesome. It's good fun.
Awesome. Okay.
So it's the Atomo missile is his iconic move.
Very good. Just checking, just making sure I know what's going on. Okay.
All
awesome.
right.
Roll for your promo.
All right, here we go. I rolled an 8, plus my look is 9. I'm going to kick in my cheap eat that I just got, because that's what you do. So I will get a 10, and... Man, so many choices. I really want more momentum, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 2 momentum. I love my momentum.
It's like you've played this game some amount of time. All right, cool. So yeah, the crowd's cheering. You're getting the 2-part wrestling science chant across the aisle, and like the crackheads are booing, and with the Tom no chant to get back at you. And you make your way down to the ring. So Joe, what did you want to get in here?
Well, I wanted like a off-camera segment with me, C. Colton Craig, and Atomo, back in one of the offices or whatever.
Cool. So this is like a bit of a flashback, kind of.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, yeah. This is a flashback.
Or like it happened right before we went live.
Well, it probably happened before like the show even started.
Yeah.
So.
So let's do that. I think Craig's just like, he knows he can trust you guys, right? Because you're the old hands, or you're the guys who've been carrying this stuff this whole time. So he's like, this is, you guys got this, right? You don't need like any. Do you need any input on your match here, or what's?
Well, I'm just waiting for Atomo to unmute himself so we could talk, but no. So basically,
sorry,
it's just,
I was getting caught up on all the stuff going on in the chat. I'm like 11 messages. What the heck?
So basically, I'm like, I'm there with Colton Craig. He's basically the guy that's got my back, and I'm like, Atomo, it's great. Thanks for coming to see us. It's been great working with you. Like, obviously, we're pros. We do this. We've been doing this for years. We're not like the Scorpion guy, just trying to screw up everything that all our writers have worked hard to do. We know the game, and it's been an honor working alongside you, and it's going to be great getting the rub from you tonight. But right now, Colton, Craig, and I were talking about future. Obviously, you're moving on to deal with Moreau and bring back that classic feud, and that's going to be exciting. But I'm thinking tonight, after I get the clean win on you, I'm gonna extend my hand for the handshake, and this is I think me and you were eventually going to team up to take on the Graveyard together, because Scorpion just can't cut it. That guy, he thinks he's great, but man, the audience is just not into him. So what are you thinking?
Before I go to this, is he booked to win, or is he just presuming he's booked to win here?
There has not been an official word. Plus, that gets changed all the time. So you guys haven't from.
I'm just presuming. I'm just being an ass.
Assuming. Well, and Craig is basically Craig's deferring to Atomo here.
Yeah.
He's like, it's like Joey Crack needs to look great because he's the future of this company, and I know you're going to do what's best. But I'm not going to step on your toes because I'm Tina.
All right, so
it hasn't been like this.
Yeah, Atomo's kind of coming in hot. He's like, Crack, you're an impressive guy. I'm not altogether certain that you winning is what's best for the company. But to be honest, we can work it either way. We'll see what they decide on the way out, how the audience is feeling. I'm not completely sold on it yet, but one way or the other, moving forward, Escorpion's let me down a little bit. Everyone's out there working every week, and he's hurting people, and that's food off their table. That's money out of the bank, and it hurts all of us. And yes, I would like to see.
To the script.
I'd like to see something that actually can rival the Graveyard. I tried to do it solo. It wasn't really working. I'm going to retire the nerds soon anyway. And I think us uniting could really work that. I think that's a good angle. I'll support that.
Yeah, like, I mean, it may not be best for business, but, like, beating Atomo cleanly, because I cheat so much, that'd be, like, huge. You know, like, nobody will see that coming. And, like, you know, I think it's time. I played, like, the arrogant jerk for a while. I think, like, I'm going to try to, like, you know, live up to everything you've been accusing me of doing. You know, try to, like, step up my game tonight.
I feel like the Crak character's been doing that a lot. Whereas Atomo, in order to be seen as viable, especially in what we're talking about, has to actually win a match, which he hasn't done for a little while now.
I mean, I thought...
Unless I'm going to be just an announcer, which I love doing, don't get me wrong, but...
You went over to Clean 2 weeks ago, dude.
I'd have to think about that. I don't think he did. Wait, are you talking about against Bash Hammer?
Yeah.
That was a match to set up. That doesn't even enter into it.
All right. Well, I mean, you know, I'm sure it'll be amazing regardless.
Yeah, you both have good points. I'll talk to Tina and see what she has to say about it, and you know, you'll get the word. But I trust both of you to put on just a great match. I mean, top the show. We got to get this started off right. We have a ton of pre-orders for the pay-per-view, and we have a ton of people that signed up for the streaming service. So, like, we really want to start off hot so that people are talking about it. You know, maybe they'll, you know, keep the train rolling for the event. This could be really big for us. So, you guys hold up your end. I think it's going to work out great for everyone.
Got it, Craig. Yeah, don't worry about us. We're gonna steal the show.
Yep. Fist bump. All right. I'm down for that for backstage.
Cool. Is that what you wanted there, Joe?
Oh yeah. Just to, like, come off, like, you know, semi-arrogant, semi-smug.
Oh, it worked. Trust me.
Okay, cool. So back to our timeline, our real time, if you will. Atomo's in the ring, and Joey Crak. You come on out. Any big fun entrance for the pay-per-view?
I mean, my music starts playing. Hopefully, people can hear. But as I, like, you know, the lights are getting dim, and then, like, you know, just, you know, pyro, just, like, you know, the Dudley Boys, like, woo, woo, red as, like, you know, the beat drops and, like, the lights go out. And I'm, like, up there spinning around, dancing. And I'm gonna slowly lower the music because it's too loud. As I, you know, like, start, like, you know, strutting down, like, the Shawn Michaels style, like, and I reach over and actually, you know, shake the hand, clap the backs of, you know, crackhead, people wearing the crackhead shirts, and, you know, as, like, you know, strut around the ring in my usual manner, but, like, you know, I reach my hand for the mic, and, like, Atomo said a lot of things about me, and he showed some classic footage. That's an exclusive for all of you Worldwide Wrestling fans. You can only get that here on our pay-per-view and our streaming service, and you can watch the entire archive of Joey Crak for just $7.99. But it's great to be here in Albany, New York, the home of where Joey Crak got his start, and where Atomo is going to have his finish. And I just dropped the mic.
Nice. Take your cheap heat. Yeah, I think drop the mic. There's a big dueling, you know, Joey Crak Wrestling Science chant going on in the audience, and I think we'll start off. With. I think we'll have Joey Crak in control. We'll just carry in his momentum from the cheap heat. He'll start off in control. And would anyone like to be the announcer in particular? If not,
me.
then
Always me. Always me. I am always the Atomo announcer.
Yeah, he's the Atomo mark.
That's true. You are the Atomo mark. Cool. So Peter, you'll have the announcer power. If you other guys want to throw in some announcing, then you're welcome to, of course.
I want Nathan and Matt to team up together. I mean, Peter and Matt, sorry.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't need to talk any more than I actually already do.
All right. So yeah, like the bell rings, and like we're like both getting like jockeying, we're like pushing up against one another in the middle of the match, like the classic stare down, as like the ref like goes in doing down the rules, like check for like weapons and whatnot.
Yeah, he does the pat down each of your legs, and
I'm totally like totally, because I've read about this, I'm totally pretending I've got a hidden weapon on me, but he's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, but then like we get to the match, and like like the bell rings, and like I just raise my hand up and then raise the other hand up for like the test of strength. And Atomo's the big guy, and like I'm like struggling, but I'm getting pushed back, and then like I do like just start surging strength as like the crackheads are cheering for me, but like more people are booing me, but like he just keeps pushing. He pushes me back against the ropes, and then like he Irish whips me across the other way, and then he's gonna come over. He's gonna probably do a hard clothesline, knocking me down as I get back up, but then like he's gonna come back again with another hard clothesline. And I finally get up, but like I duck the third clothesline and bounce off. Like I'm gonna like try to bounce off the ropes and come back with a cross body block. But he's gonna catch me. He's totally gonna fall away, slam me as like I start rolling, roll out like through the bottom ropes and just like start like stumbling, to the ground, and just slowly get to my feet as I like take a breather or walk around and just like to go over to the announcer's desk and like what is this? This is ridiculous. This is it. That's not how you do a proper test of strength. This man should be ashamed of himself. And at this point, like Atomo's coming out after me because he wants to keep this thing. And like I go like almost go for the thumb to the eye, but like I just quick like manage to like just do a. But then like fake for the thumb to the eye, but I'm gonna do a quick drop toe hold to like take him down on the mat, and then like I'm gonna like roll over and just start locking in like an arm bar. So just work him over that way. So I'm gonna do some work on that, I think.
All right, yeah, I think so. On commentary, it's a lot of it's like, well, Joey Crak coming out with with a characteristic aggression.
This is a classic battle here. Is what this is. The teacher and the student. Once again, they lock into a mighty duel. And indeed, it starts off here in indeed a wonderful, epic lock right here. Joey Crak has initiated it, attempting to prove his surpassed the master.
Well, he's certainly no match for Professor Atomo in the sheer strength department. You can see him being tossed around like a rag doll there, but he certainly has a strategy. You can see him going to the outside, very smart, getting a breather. Making sure that the big man can't follow up on that impressive display of strength.
For all the failings that Crak has, he did indeed prove he is an excellent learner. He studied everything that the professor taught him. Everything that he taught him, not everything he knows.
Well, he's certainly executing a painful-looking armbar maneuver right here. And how's your roll there for your work?
I got a 7, so I'm going to take just the +1 past narration.
Yeah. So you have Professor Atomo down in an armbar in the middle of the ring.
The floor.
Oh, you're still outside.
Yeah.
All right. So you have him in the armbar, and the ref is coming over and started the count because you have the 10 count to get back into the ring. So he's on like 3. As Atomo takes control of the match from underneath.
So I think what happens is that Joey lets go and he holds up his hands and the ref is alright and he turns around, and the second he's around, Joey actually smacks Atomo in the back of the head and knocks him back down to the ground where he was getting up before climbing back into the ring. And Atomo kind of struggles for a moment because it was hard into the ground there. But he rolls back into the ring.
5, back in!
Yeah! And there's, you see them go for the beginning of a couple reversals, but they immediately start going for bigger moves. So Crak is trying to get him locked into a sidebar where he can use some leverage, and Atomo tries to counter that and go for a lift, but Crak's kind of used to that at this point, so he pushes out. So they push back and forth on going for the bigger moves, and until finally Atomo does something that he does so rarely, and he ends up taking to the air, which normally is just acrobatics, but Crak calls for him to bend the rules a little bit.
No,
And so,
no, not the third rule of the School of Scythe, no!
Joey Crack has
Everyone
pushed
leave
Professor
your
Atomo in an
please,
entirely new arena of combat sport. He's going up to the second. Is that the third rope?
so he goes up to the third. Big man's up there, and Joey sees what's coming, and he actually tries to jump out of the way, and Atomo just leaps and tries to splash on top of him and smack him down hard. So that's probably look. But
yeah, you're just you're using your big. You're using the fact that this is such a rare thing to emphasize it. I'll buy it. I'll buy look, because it's not like you're doing like a moonsault. Like you're just.
I'd happily roll work if you want. So no, I think it's look. I think look is the way I'm trying to pitch it, because we're trying to make it feel special.
Yep.
So that's a 9 plus 1 is a 10.
Nice.
With
the Atomo splash. Everything's just Atomo.
And I think what I'm going to do, love my momentum though I do, is I'm actually going to take a heat, because right now I'm only at 3, and I would like to actually get a 4, and I feel like we've been building that. So I'm going to go ahead and change my character sheet now so I don't forget to. And I think there's a moment where they're just a wreckage of bodies down on the mat, because Atomo doesn't do that very often, and he's not small.
Yeah, there's a big, there's a big like, oh, as you go up to the rope, and then you do the splash, and when you hit, it's just like the, oh, audience reaction of the big man. Because I think like everyone kind of half expected Joey Crack to just roll out of the way or whatever, and this be kind of like a pratfall.
Yep.
And then you just like hit him square in the middle of the ring, and there's a big, just that big audience like, ooh, reaction. Like no matter how much you work it, a man that large falling on you hurts.
And I think what actually happens there is that Atomo's the first one up, and he kind of stumbles to his feet, and he looks out very, at the audience, and then he's going to steal a move from Crak's playbook, which is stealing moves from other people's playbooks, and put him into a Crak shooter. So he's going to try and lock him into the Crak shooter.
Joey Crack, how do you respond to getting pulled into your own Crak shooter?
Turnabout is fair play. That's how you respond.
I think
I'm still muted.
Oh, yeah. You're on.
So yeah, I'm still selling like the over thing as he grabs my legs, and like I'm a bit out of it as I don't realize it. But this is probably something we pre-planned, and like he like gets me, like but I'm struggling like oh no you don't, but like he gets me over, but he still has narrative control, so.
Yeah, I mean you got 5 momentum, so I'm.
Oh yeah, I'm.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking this is actually probably because you're it's a big narrative moment, right? You're taking his move, using against him. So I'd say this is rolling plus heat to execute this maneuver with him.
I will happily do that.
I mean, no. Yeah.
All right. So I rolled a 3, but I actually just upped our heat, so now it's a 7. And I can already tell you I'm going to give him back narrative control, because I like to have the back and forth. But I'll go ahead and take the momentum there. So I take a momentum, and he's locked in a Crak shooter, but he has narrative control.
Oh you're turning me over, but like I'm quick, we're like I'm quick and crawling, grabbing the rope, and the ref starts counting like the 1, 2, but you're a good guy, so you probably release pretty early. but there's heat, so you probably like take it to at least a 3 count, and or probably the 2 count because you're still like the good guy, and like I'm clinging the ropes and the rest pushing back, and I'm like pulling myself up. I'm showing the rope. Get him back. I'm in the ropes. He can't touch me. Get him. He's too close. Get him back the opposite side of the ring as the ref's just like.
Joey Crack knows the rules. Joey Crack knows exactly how much he can get away with and how long he has for all of Atomo. I think Atomo's starting to lose his cool. I think Joey Crack has gone under Professor Atomo's skin in this match.
Yeah. And so, like, finally, like, I come back in the middle of the ropes and, like, I start circling one another. And, Atomo's going to, like, lunge at me, but I'm going to quick, like, grab his arm and do a quick arm drag. But, like, he's going to, even in his old age, his elder age, and his bit size, he's going to pop up and come back at me. But he's going to, like, do an arm drag on me. And then I think we're going to, like, back and... But, like, I'm going to land on my feet and, like, turn over and, like, try to hip toss him. But, like, we're just going to go into a series of, like, chains, like, of, hip toss, arm drag, just back and forth as, like...
a bunch of back and forth, like, reverse.
I try to sweep the legs and go for the pin, but he, like, powers me out and, like, rolls on top, and then we go into, like, the pinning combination. So, yeah, like, we're going to be working together for this.
It's one of those where it's like you guys just start kind of moving like faster, and like the reversals are coming like really really quick. The audience is just kind of like isn't being as loud because everyone's actually like watching your footwork and like and how you're
like they're starting to this is wrestling.
Yeah.
So that's 12 because I have 4 heat with him, so I can't take any more heat, so more momentum, and then.
Rolling the for the big show. Jesus.
So yeah, like, and then I think the next segment, like after this, we like come to a standoff, and people are like, clapping, applauding to us. And, like we're both taking a moment to like look around, and like, I think this time, I think I might even like, extend, I'll extend the handshake a bit
is this
early.
where you extend the hand for the handshake?
But like, and then like Atomo looks back and forth, and I think people are shouting, "Shake his hand, shake his hand."
Yeah,
and then like he reaches forward, and I just do the quick run through my hair and like walk away, like. But like like I'm smiling and like and pointing to my head, and like then like he's getting frustrated, and like he's gonna like quick like charge at me and splash me into the turnbuckle. I'm like, oh, selling it, and like he's just gonna like climb up and start doing like the 10 count punches as like. The crowd's counting along, and the ref is counting him down, and like, and finally he gets like, he goes, winds up and gets the 10 punch, and I like, like I'm gonna go.
The ref's like pushing him back, like get out of the corner.
Yeah, and then that was when he turns around, and he's totally just gonna do the flare chop as like, I'm like screaming in pain because his hand is so big, he's so powerful. I'm gonna roll out of the ring and like my chest is all red and whatnot. I'm gonna yell at like a Crack it. Give me your shirt. It hurts. And like
the guy he just pulls his shirt off.
Yeah, I'm totally doing like I'm working the audience right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, roll for that. This guy he just.
So that's a 7, so that's an 8, and I gain 1 momentum. So.
Like you need it.
I say at that point, like I give control back.
Sure.
Because that's a good moment.
Yeah. So this Cracker like he pulled his shirt off and like gives it to you, and like his buddies are all like yeah, and, like patting him on the back and stuff. Commentary. What's going on over the pay-per-view stream? Did we lose Peter? Oh, there you are.
Commentary was distracted and forgot to pay attention to what was happening. I was the referee right there. Sorry, I was distracted by the fact.
Yeah, the referee is checking on checking on Atomo, making sure he's he didn't break his hand doing that chop. So control has gone back to Atomo. As Joey Crack are you putting the shirt on? Like, to but it's too small, right? Because it was like this skinny, like scrawny guy. So you're pulling it on, and you actually like it's like way too tight on your actual muscly wrestler physique.
Can we have that fan be freebased from last week?
Absolutely. Yeah, he did such a great job. He was able to hitch on the production truck to come to this show.
Cool.
Awesome. So yeah, take it away, Professor Atomo.
I think what happens is that while he's putting on the shirt, Atomo actually slides out of the ring. So when Joey turns around, there's the chest, and there's the comedic moment where he reels back, and Atomo throws him into the ring. And then he's crawling back in. On his way in, Joey hits him with a little bit of a curb stomp and stomps down on his head. And does a little bit of a play to the audience. You're like, where is your god now? So Atomo gets in, and he goes for a run just with the clotheslines because it's a pretty solid move. Joey's pretty aware of them at this point, so he actually runs towards Atomo and baseball slides, so Atomo falls down on his face. And then he's getting back up on his feet, and Crak goes running at him to go for like a drop kick. But while he's in the air, Atomo actually gets up and catches him again. And there's the moment where the audience just starts screaming.
Yeah, like, oh!
And he picks him up for the Atomo missile.
Yeah.
And he's going to throw his ass back
And
I'm interrupting.
I'm interrupting.
Ah, you're a son of a bitch. Oh, sorry.
No, we've got to build up for that moment.
Yeah, you got to tease it. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So,
it's good.
He rails up, but like, a quick wiggle down his back, and I quick scoop him up, roll him up with a schoolboy pin, and like I look like I'm about to grab the tights, but I don't. Like, and would they get it's so surprised, but we only get the 2 count obviously because this is early on. And I was like, oh, I'm like no. And like that was arguing with the ref, but like as Atomo comes back to his feet, and then like I turn around. But like and then I face Atomo, but like Atomo's just like does the Hulk Hogan and I'm like I like go to throw a punch, but he blocks and like he starts doing like the punches back, and then he just like grabs the shirt and totally tears it open using his Atomo strength, and just to chop me again, give me another giant red welt. I'm like
Joey Crak seemed like he was inside Atomo's head at first. But I think the professor has dug deep, found his wrestling science roots, and is now pushing his former protege off balance. I mean, Crak can't get back to his feet.
Look there! Missile! He's got him up with the missile!
Oh! Crak's too quick. He knows what's coming.
Yeah. And so like
It looks like once again the master has taught his student too well. But there they go, trading blows once again. Now it looks like the professor has hit Joey Crak on the ropes. He's in his head now. And whatever role is done for this, I am totally putting this over because this deserves it right here.
I think we haven't built up to the role quite yet, so we will see.
No.
Yeah, right.
I want to see what the role is before. I want to see what a role is before I put it over. Then because
right. Yeah. We'll make sure you see the role when it happens.
Isn't there 1 momentum or 2 momentum?
1.
Okay, so yeah, I should be at a 7. What are you doing to me, Strauss?
You were at 7, I think.
You didn't spend any. You stayed at 7.
Oh, I thought I was at 8.
No.
Just keeping track behind the scenes, it's
Sorry.
all.
I thought the work the audience took me up to 8.
Awesome.
It may have done it. I may have missed it. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't know.
Yeah. Well, 6 is whatever. Oh, whatever. Who cares?
I think it'll be okay. Strauss is our official timekeeper. He's keeping all the stats for us. So whatever you say goes.
Okay. So yeah, like I'm selling the chop. I'm leaning back in the middle of the ropes, and there's like Atomo's gonna Irish whip me across, and then like I'm bounce off, and he's coming at me. He's he's charging at me. He's probably gonna go up for like go back to the clothesline. But yeah, I'm gonna totally gonna baseball slide under his legs again and pop up. I'm gonna like quick, I'm gonna just like basically, yeah, I'm totally doing like the what's it, the chop block, taking out the leg. As like, get him off his feet because he's bigger than me, and I need to, start working over his legs for the crack shooter. As I like grab his leg and just like, looked around and I like slam back with a leg DDT, and then like, I get up and start doing like the Terry Funk spinning toe hold, just like keep wrenching it and working it over, and then like, just start like stomping on it and whatnot, and as like, yeah, I'm just doing some classic work.
Working the leg. Yeah, Joey Crack is. He knows he's refocusing. He knows what he has to do. He has to wear down those vulnerable knees of Professor Atomo.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's a 3. Oh wait, the announcer just said he was putting me over.
Well, do you want to put that? This is plus work, right? For your
I have work 0.
move.
Yeah, my work is 0.
This is an awesome sequence of events. I think this does need to be put over.
You're going to put him over?
This is Atomo being awesome and Crack being awesome. This totally needs to be put over.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So then
Bump
back
that.
to 7 and pass control back.
Awesome. So yeah, it's like, look at him work those knees. Professor Atomo was crying out in pain, and he's no spring chicken. Those joints are vulnerable.
It's going to be an epic fight here, no matter what happens. I know that the professor will bounce back. It is one of his major tenets. Always bounce back.
I think, in fact, that he is going to be crying out in pain to the point where he is rolling on the put-over move. So the professor is clearly in pain. He has this strained face. Ah! Whereas Crack is laughing maniacally as he tortures the poor man. It's just inhuman. And so a roll plus work. I got a 5 plus 2 is a 7. So what that means on my move is that Joe gets to pick. One of us gains 1 audience and the other one loses 1 audience. I am completely fine if he takes the audience, if he wants to do that.
I may play
Talking while muted?
Yeah.
Well, you said you were definitely trying to put me over, and
Yep.
so yeah, like I'm gonna take the audience, and you're gonna lose the audience because,
Yep.
like you're selling it. I don't want to go down to audience 0 when you're trying to make me look
That's
good.
fine. Yeah.
This is perfect. So you do the put over. You're crying in pain. I think the ref's coming over and like checking, right? It's like, are you able to continue? Like kind of working that moment. So, and there's actually a little bit of doubt. Like it's actually taking a little longer for him to get up and be like, continue or whatever. And the crowd's starting to get kind of quiet because they're not quite sure if like this is real or not,
Yep.
if this worked or not. Which is setting you up for for however you want to take this, but the booking was decided that is going to be a last moment of glory for Professor Atomo to finally get a win for moving on to bigger and better things in the company.
Impossible!
So you can take this as your staging ground for coming back to get your win over Joey Crack.
Right. I would still really like to do the iconic move, so I'm going to use that.
Well, you teased
first.
it earlier, so.
Yeah. So I think what happens, he's getting his leg tormented and tortured, and he's clearly on his last legs. He's not going to make it. It's not going to happen. And Crack leans down to taunt him in the face, forgetting that he's wearing a torn open shirt. And Crack grabs the shirt and pulls him down and headbutts him hard. And Crack reels back, and the Atomo strength is enough to get up, and then Crack comes forward, he grabs him again and goes, headbutt again. And he does it a third time. And then when they're both kind of reeling, he picks him up, and he's actually got a trickle of blood coming down his own face now. And he just yells out, "The wrestling!" And then he throws him actually right at the turnbuckle. for the Atomo missile. Science! And that's what he's going to go for.
Yeah. So that is. So is the Atomo missile now your finisher, or is it a signature
no, it is
move before?
It is my iconic move. It is not a finisher.
But is separate from your finisher. Okay, cool.
But it's separate from my finisher.
Yeah.
And that is what I'm going to go for. I guess that is going to be plus work though on that.
Yeah,
Because
work or power if it's more about like really being able to huck him. But work.
We'll call it power because I like to, and also it means I haven't rolled on work at all tonight, and that's kind of fun too.
Nice.
So yeah, let's do that. So it's +1. I got 2 dice there. I rolled really crappy.
Uh-oh. Good thing.
No, I'm still gonna make it. It's just a matter of whether or not I want to. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and spend. Wait, let me look at the move itself because I'm not used to it.
Yeah, look at the icon move. You probably don't want to botch it. So these results stack with the move result, which is just the wrestling move.
Okay. Well, on an audience 7 to 9 on the icon move, it will
give you.
I would gain 1 momentum. So that's fine for me. So currently I'm at 3 + 1 is 4, and I'll just go ahead and spend the 3 to get myself up to a 7 and get the 1 momentum because I just want it to come off because it would be awesome.
Yeah, because that's awesome. It's great, and then and then because it's the wrestling move, you can give control back to Joe and get another momentum, or you can keep it and wrap this up. However you want.
I'm just gonna keep it and wrap it up with the finisher, because we have other people who would like to wrestle tonight.
I'm gonna interrupt.
I thought you might.
Yeah. I have 7 momentum, and Bolt's not here yet, so. So yeah, you hit me with the. Yeah, you totally hit me with the atomic missile, and like you just throw me in the corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I'm all slumped down, and like you're coming over to like pick me up, and that's why like I'm gonna quick drop toe hold you to like slam your like bloody head into like the middle turnbuckle as you're stunned and whatnot. And, like I'm selling the headbutt and like the drop kick as well as I think I'm just like gonna go over like just pick you up slowly and just like and you're like gonna be like selling tired leaning on the corner as like it's sort of a I think we're like just gonna like but then you're just gonna like surge of power as all the Atomo fans are cheering for you, pumping you up. And, like you're just like we're like trading blows back and forth right in the middle of the ring. Is like I think basically you're gonna like pick me up and like you're gonna like lift me up for like I think you do like an atomic power bomb, right? Is that your finisher? But like we're gonna like I'm gonna like reverse into a Hurricane Rana as we totally work this out. We want to like because this is supposed to be the payoff match. We gotta,
this
like,
is
have
the
some...
big. Yeah, you guys are escalating to this big peak moment for your big blow off for sure. So
yeah, like we're totally working some heat on this.
Yeah, you're reversing each other's finishers and stuff at this point, right? So you reverse the Atomo bomb into the.
That's an 8. So I'm going to like just keep it as narrative control, and like so just work over somewhere like so. I'm like flip him over the Hurricane Rana and like hook a leg for the pin, but he kicks out again at the 2 count.
Yeah.
As I'm like, what do I gotta? I'm doing like the Kevin Owens
thing. What do I
gotta do? Like looking the frustration.
What does Joey Crak have to do to put this man away?
Yeah, it's like as I go to pick him up, and then like I'm like. I'm just looking around, calling for him. Like I've got him in the power bomb position, and this is when I'm going to do my move thief thing. But like he's struggling back. He's like he totally picks me up and sidewalk slams me down, and he's totally going for the crack shooter again. And I was like no, like and I get up and I roll him over into like I forget what that type of pin's called, but that type of roll him up with the cradle pin. But then like he rolls back over, and like we're like just ended up like rolling over, jockeying for position. As like the ref is like 1, 2.
Yeah, it's the 1, 2, and then the other way 1, 2.
1, 2, and then like both of our shoulders are down at the same time. It's like 1, 2, and then we both get up, and it's like getting people super like hyped up. It's like who's gonna get it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I think over the course of that, the wrestling science chants have started to drown out the Joey Crack chants, just coming off of his big
Yeah.
comeback moment, right?
Yeah.
So
So
we're
that's
starting to get the
so that's-
wrestling science. Oh, like whenever there's a false pin.
So that's a 10, so I'll take the 2 momentum.
Are you rolling plus heat there?
Yeah.
All right.
Because we're working back and forth with that.
Yeah, no, I'm just clarifying.
Yeah, I don't
I
have
was
a
like,
4 in anything else, because you can't have a 4 in anything else.
Yeah.
All right. So you've done this escalating 2-count kick out kind of back and forth, and I think the refs giving you the wrap it up.
Yeah, so...
Time.
yeah,
You still have control, so
yeah, we'll give control back.
okay. Nice.
All right. Points to you for building up the narrative some more there. I think what would be actually pretty cool is that instead of the professor just dominating it, he breaks loose, and they're both kind of reeling right now. And they come forward, and they're landing the blows, but they're slower now. And everyone's a little out of breath. And the professor actually drops to one knee, and Crack, in a moment of, I don't know what to call it, power, strength, inner fire, fiero,
Fighting spirit.
fighting spirit, actually gets the professor up on his own shoulders and tosses him out onto the Spanish announcer's table, which is a terrible thing to do, man. And Crack goes up on the ring. The professor's dead, and the ref is counting, and he's not going to make it again, but he crawls back into the ring.
No, you crawl on the 9.
He crawls in on the 9.
Yeah.
And again, Crack's like, what? What do I have to do? And the professor looks at Crack, and the crackheads are all booing him, and all the nerds are cheering, and they're staring at each other. And the professor gives him the Atomo nod, because that was a powerful move, sir. And there's a brief moment, you could almost be sure you didn't actually see it, of respect. You might not never see it again, but it was there. And then they leap back into battle, renewed vigor, slamming each other, headbutts, reversals, until finally Atomo gets him into the Atomo equation. And he's going to make him tap out. And it's...
Nope.
I thought you might.
I am not going to tap out to you, sir.
Hey, I am... All right, how about...
Well, no, I already interrupted.
Yeah,
so
if you want to spend the interrupt, go.
Yep, I spent.
I want
we
you
gotta
to
make
do
them.
it.
The match is so hot. I'm like, yeah, like I'm like reaching and then like struggling.
What do you say?
What is
I'm
the
sensing a theme
what is the
here.
atomic equation look like? What is
It's... I'll tell you exactly what it is there.
is it like
the...
a 4?
It starts with an Olympic slam, and then it goes into a cross-legged STF.
Cross-legged STF. Okay, so
I looked
it's
up
like
what it
a-
was when I wrote it down. So.
Yeah, so
so-
it has his
so
hands.
it's like
over
the
his
STF.
face. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm like crawling to the ring, and I like manage to grab the rope as like the ref and he breaks it, and he goes to drag me back out to the middle of the ring to lock it right in again. But at this point, this is when I totally blast out my technical skills as wrap my leg around his leg, and I'm rolling him over and grabbing his leg and locking in the crack shooter. I think I'm gonna break kayfabe.
Oh no, you jerk!
Are you? Is that your move? Is you're breaking kayfabe? You're not heel moving it?
No, because because the heel move, I would have to cheat to win. That's the way
Right?
I
Yeah,
see
because
it.
you're not actually cheating. You just have them in your legitimate wrestling hold.
Yep.
So
So you're gonna make them tap out with the crack shooter.
No, I'm not going to. We like one another, and I just like said everything against Scorpion. I'm not doing that.
There's like a
don't want
moment
to.
though where like he's supposed to break out and you're supposed to just let him go, right? And you don't.
Yeah.
And there's like that moment of like
Like he totally gets to the ropes. He totally gets to the ropes. And I break it to count of one. And I like you look at the ref and I'm like, I'm stealing this from Chikara as well. Like I break on one.
'cause I'm an honorable competitor.
Yeah. Like I back away and let like Atomo, like, and I'm catching a breather as myself on the opposite side. And this is and then like he gets to his feet and I go over until like just grab him to drag him to the middle of the ring and like I'm gonna send up for the road to recovery, but he's gonna like jump over and then just turn me over and like double me over and set me up for his main finish, or the atomic bomb, right?
Atomo bomb, yeah.
Atomo bomb. And so
Yeah.
I'm happy enough to spend a momentum. I have all of 2, but I'll take it back again.
No, I was just giving it to you.
Oh, hey, that's super sweet.
You need that.
We're just gonna go in for the finish. I want other people to be able to wrestle.
Yeah.
But I love that. I love how it's gone, and it's been awesome. But I'm gonna go for the finisher. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, we
Last
need you to
chance.
get more momentum.
No, because I mean, I rolled a 4. Even with all my momentum, I can't do it. So it's dependent on Peter for putting it over.
That's true.
Or-
Peter has not put you over yet in this
He
match.
has not. He could choose not to, but
He's your lackey.
yeah,
What's
that's
the
true.
total?
Well, right now I'm at a 4 because it's just a straight finish. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
he
no
can
wait,
go for a finisher.
it is not a 4. I have excellence of execution. It is a
That'll work,
6.
right?
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
I am now I
Then
am
that
up to a
momentum.
7.
See,
So,
I
yeah.
pay attention.
I forgot I had that
Look at my
move.
notes.
Well,
Look, my notes. I knew you had it.
he had so much faith in you. Oh, that's so great. I'm so glad you had that move.
It'll never be a 10.
All right, so on a 7 to 9, they make me work for it, which means that I either
That's what he
gain
does.
1 heat with them. I'm actually at a 4 already, or I let them
However-
look strong in defeat, and they gain +1 audience. +1
However-
audience for you.
Yeah.
However,
So
when
glad I
you bump
didn't
whip up your momentum, can I bump it up with put him over, or will his momentum spend negate that?
It's
I think it's momentum. It's
It'll end
either
up being
either
the
or,
same.
right?
yeah.
You've done it as either or in the
It's
past.
either or.
I wanted to make sure that before anything else happened.
Yep.
Because if I had the opportunity, I would so put him over now that he's popped up to 7.
And I'm honestly thrilled to give Crack another audience. He's worked
No, I
for
think
it
it
and
makes a lot of
deserves it.
sense for the
Done.
the intention of the match, which was, treat Atomo well, right? He gets a reward for all of this, all the rubs he's been giving to everyone, but it's showcasing the Crack as like the next big thing.
And on a completely meta sense of the moment, can't Joe actually, because we guys have a 4 heat with each other, you're going to finish this match and he's going to get an advance, he can spend it to get another audience and get 4 right now?
Well, I mean, I'll be at 4 audience at the end once this match is over. So,
Right.
Exactly.
but I
Well,
can't
he'll be at
I can't go
4.
any higher.
Right. The advance
Right.
won't help him.
Okay, then never mind, don't worry. Yeah, have fun.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, no, you shot. Yeah, the between the put over move,
Yep.
the finisher,
It's,
and the heat, you actually have gone from 1 to
Atomo
4 in
puts
one
you to the
match.
top of the card in one match.
It's good to wrestle a veteran.
That's the
Yeah.
veteran.
yeah, he totally did. Yeah, he totally did. Like it was funny. Like the weeks leading up to this, I'm like, I want to go end up turning face, but I want to win. But he never wins.
You're playing the
If it comes
odds.
down to it, I'll build up so momentum that I can't fail breaking kayfabe. But I'm like, I just derailed Scorpion for breaking kayfabe. I can't be that guy. Backstage.
Cool.
Awesome.
I'm like-
So yeah, I think he gets the Professor Atomo gets the 1, 2, 3 off of the Atomo bomb. Crowd explodes. Wrestling science chants from here to there. I can't speak. Lifts his hand, and then what's the interaction between Joey Crack recovering himself and standing up, still in the ring, and Professor Atomo?
Oh,
I think once Crack gets to his feet.
I think it's like like the Adrian Neville thing, where like I'm in the corner, shocked, but like I go over and I extend the hand again.
And Atomo's going to take it. They have the respect there.
I'm gonna do the hair thing again and just laugh. But then I'm just gonna like hug him in the middle of the ring.
Aww. And there's a big, and then that's great.
And then just raise his hand and point to Atomo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's a big cheer.
Aww.
Yeah, this is awesome.
So I guess that's a.
Oh, and there's a thank you. Thank you.
No, they're being cute. They're getting an aww.
Oh yeah, they get an aw. Well, I think they get a thank you, Atomo. Right, because everyone like sees what that was like an important torch passing moment, and they start playing Joey Crack's music once that cheer dies down.
And I think
That's
that
left standing in the ring.
pretty sure that's the cut to commercial moment. We'll come together hard against the graveyard later, but it's hard, I think, to go from that to that.
So just for clarification, we totally finished our feud, right?
Yeah. The feud is totally wrapped up.
We got an advance for that, didn't we?
Yep.
Awesome.
And I turned face.
And you totally turned face.
Yeah.
So gain a heat with any heals.
So the graveyard, and I guess a Scorpion?
No, he's a face.
Scorpion's technically a face.
Worst
I thought he turned heel last
ever.
episode.
No.
Worst.
No, he's doubling down on being a terrible human being, but still following the code of honor. So Strash and Scythe.
And Cloakberg, if he's here.
And Cloakberg.
This is be my only heat with Reaper.
Awesome. So
Next season.
We've never interacted once.
Have you really never interacted?
No.
He's always been on the ones that I've been off, and vice versa.
Yep.
He only pops into an episode.
You two both have very busy other commitment, other dates for other companies because you're both so in demand. So.
Yep.
That's awesome. All right, so yeah, we break for a word from Joe's Crab Shack or whatever, the corporate sponsor for whose little logo is in all the replay videos and stuff. Because they're the Journeyman's Cup 2015 sponsored by Joe's Crab Shack.
And the replays of that match happened.
Yeah, and replays of that match and everything. So that was awesome. That is a hot start. Follow that is
Thank you, Joe.
Chairs everywhere.
yeah.
Change of
I
chairs.
commented on that earlier. It was quite literally, well, I'm glad this match went first, but now we all know how hard we're going to have to work.
Yeah, we said it in the back. We're going to steal the show.
Everyone has their own way to shine. You don't all have to be Joe. It's okay.
Oh, gee, thanks, guys. Gushing.
Thanks, because that was
Two advancements to spend and no idea how to do it. I don't want to
Buy
leave
yourself
being
an
a golden.
enforcer.
I like being
Buy
a
yourself
golden
an
boy.
enforcer.
Well, work towards being a celebrity.
I'm a face now. I don't need an enforcer. Golden boys can't become celebrities. It's weird.
Yeah, the
Really?
Golden Boy can't become an advanced role. The Golden Boy has to do something else before they can become an advanced role.
John Cena has to stay John Cena. I mean, sure, he'll make movies, but he always has to be there.
That was fun.
I think we discussed this before. I think John Cena has moved into the veteran playbook. He's now putting other people over.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody did multiple things. So. Anyway.
It's not a bad thing. I wholeheartedly approve of it.
We are going to take a very brief, like a 2-minute break, because I have to run to the bathroom. And then we'll come back after a word from Joe's Crab Shack to resume.
My crabs!
So I'll be right back. And back.
Hello. So, question, Nathan.
Yes.
When you how you can pick another move. So you know how on the sheets they have empty boxes for new moves. Are you limited by the amount of boxes? Okay.
Nope. Those are just because there's only so much space on the sheet.
I don't even know if I should pick a new move since this is probably the end for a long time. Will there ever be a season 2?
Maybe.
It's just so hard.
But probably not.
If we do season 2, I'm retiring Scorpion and trying out that test gimmick sheet I was building.
The Diva?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, probably not. Maybe in the fall. I think the summer, I only have so much.
I just meant at some point. I shouldn't burn my sheet. I should keep it somewhere.
Well, I mean, yeah, you should probably keep it, or maybe just type it up so you have it.
Well, I mean, normally I laminate them, so.
Well, why don't you just be creative for it then, Joe?
I tried doing that. I mean, I've made a Google Drive and invited Nathan, but I don't know if he's ever looked at it once.
I don't think I have, because I'm the worst.
I know that
because I'm it's online. I don't have any responsibility for your stuff. You guys can all track it.
It was just for your game to keep a database of all the NPWs.
Oh yeah, we have. Yeah, I know we have that list, but I have my list of that too. I was gonna make the bracket. I know. I was gonna make the bracket thing that someone asked for, but I didn't get around to it.
If someone just wants to start a game and wants to make it regular, as long as it's not on Wednesdays or Sundays, I'm set.
Yeah, Wednesdays are terrible for me.
Yeah, I have all my games on different games on Sundays and another game on Wednesday nights. So yeah, I'm booked.
Yeah.
Wednesdays are when my game happens usually as well. Alright, so not Wednesday. Good job, everybody.
We're here down at Joe's Crab Shack. Offer you the finest selection of crabs this side of the Mississippi. This is our commercial.
And then it's just 5 seconds of dead air. Just as he looks at it like...
Well, you're right, because
There's lots of pictures of crabs. We got northern crabs. We got southern crabs. Crabs with Old Bay seasoning. Who wrote this?
Crabs who are harvested inside of a dungeon. They're dungeness crabs.
We got mud crab. The mythical creature from Skyrim. I'd like to transition to the jobber. That makes no sense.
I decided I had a good career as a legitimate wrestler.
Unfortunately, the jobber
that
role
happens
is
all the
currently
time.
active. You can't play it, Joe.
I know, I'm joking. I'm just saying it makes no sense for the Golden Boy to suddenly become the jobber. But I'm sure that's happened, so...
It's right. It's like, you know what, this isn't working out. Like,
I can tell you the exact moment it worked out.
Ezekiel
It was when,
Jackson.
Goldberg moved over to WWE.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Does anyone remember Ezekiel Jackson? Big Z?
Vaguely,
I do.
He was
Marcus
like,
Corvan.
he
He
was
had a
like,
very successful team with that Russian guy whose name now evades me.
yeah.
The Russian guy then teamed up with Santino Marella. So there you go. I do know something.
Good old Marcus Corvan. Monty Brown, the alpha male.
Yes, Marcus
You ready to rock?
Corvan. You were not gangrel. Don't be a vampire anymore.
I'm stealing a custom move from one of the fan-made gimmicks.
Oh god.
Human suplex
Which
machine.
one? Is it
The
going to be
human
the Diva?
suplex
Please
machine.
tell me the Diva.
Well, I don't really. It doesn't make. I mean, maybe. I don't know what the. It's not. I have to find that. Let's see. Where's the?
My Diva's amazing.
No, none of these make sense.
Yeah,
I'll stick to
I have to
stats.
be-
Yeah, I
To
mean,
be
you don't
honest,
need
when
to pick stuff right this second here.
Well, I mean, luck will matter when I come out later and interrupt something else
Yeah,
because
that's
I'm a showstopper and I need to use that move since buying it.
I have to be
Oh, yeah, I
completely
forgot.
honest. When I wrote the Diva, I had just finished watching Takeover Fatal 4-Way, and Tyler Breeze was like needing to be done.
Because he is amazing.
Yeah, the
And
Joshi.
is he not the
It's a weird
epitome of the Diva?
Anyway, all right.
Do it.
All right. Sorry. One thing in chat, and then we'll get rolling for the live feed. So 1 second.
all right, Bill. I'm not involved in the chat, so I'm going to talk to Joe and be like, Joe, dude, I appreciate you so much. I have never been pushed so hard with the back and forth there. And there are times I was like, no, what are you doing? You're an awesome dude. It was awesome.
I was like,
I-
oh, Atomo hasn't
No.
won in forever. I can't take that from him.
No, but I mean, even if you
Oh,
had,
yeah, the back and
honestly,
forth
the
between us
back
was
and forth was great, and you are double awesome, covered in awesome sauce. Thank you, sir.
Quick shout out to Andrea. I know you're watching.
Yeah. So once you guys
Carter rocks.
once you guys get backstage, what is the rest of the locker room? So this is off camera. Have you guys been, like, were you guys watching the match kind of thing? Since these are like kind of the two big guys, or
I think this calls for applause from the locker room just in general.
Mhm.
I have no doubt that despite how much they apparently hate me backstage, I'm going to be right up there, giving them hugs, saying that was amazing, guys.
I imagine like it's everyone just waiting on the other side of the curtain.
Mhm.
Just that was a killer match. I imagine it's filtered out that like Atomo might be leaving or changing or doing something. You know, like there's rumors.
Right. It is not impossible that might have been his retirement match. It's
Yeah.
not been said, but it's been maybe implied.
I get the feeling that there's like rumblings, and then halfway through the match, everyone's like, "This match is really, really good," and then it's like, "Oh, hang on."
Yeah, I think there's just like a general like.
Atomo, Atomo, Atomo.
Yeah, there's applause. There's There's the rush to
Manly hugs are given.
There's manly hugs, but I think there's also a lot of like giving Joey Crack a little more respect, right? Like, I mean, he's always been like fine with you guys backstage, but like kind of recognizing that that he stepped up his game, right?
It's clear the
At least from the MPWs, you know, from the Bash Hammers of the world, you know?
From the meal makers.
Yeah.
Who had injured.
Yeah, the Travis Wheelmaker finally shakes your hand. He's like, all right. I see you've learned something.
Watch yourself.
Okay, so on camera, the Joe's Crab Shack and the recap and the little talking head panel has finished, and they're saying we're getting word from backstage that Bolt Bradshaw's car is here, so we're gonna go back and catch up with the prospective new champion as he enters the building, and the camera goes backstage. And it's it's not actually a limo, but it's a black car, livery, whatever, that's pulled up, and the car is, so this car like pulls up into the little entry loading dock area entryway, and a couple miscellaneous production people and Craig, Seacold and Craig, come out, and he's like looking at his watch. And he's like, oh man, and he's coming over, and he opens the back door, and he's like, Bolt, what took you? And then just a roll of black smoke comes out of the back of the car, and who emerges not Bolt, but in fact Reaper emerges from the back seat of the car, and just looks down at Craig, and then moves past him into the backstage area. And there's just like a moment of silence on the live feed, and then the announcer goes that well, we're getting word now that we don't think Bolt Bradshaw's going to be here tonight. We'll keep you updated, but yeah, don't worry, folks. You're going to get a great Journeyman's Cup tournament and ending match. Someone is going to get the cup tonight. That we can promise you. So that I think, okay, so how this is going to work is we are going to go back to the ring for Escorpion's entrance for this scheduled match, and then we'll have a couple other segments to get everything set up. Sorry for our audience. I'm responding to some questions in chat. So yeah, we're gonna go to Escorpion's entrance for his scheduled match with the Reaper.
So that's the intro music. When that plays, you got the standard setup he has where lights dim and it goes to his Titantron image, which is a pan down from the desert to the Scorpion, tail hits out, and then boom, rap hits, lights come up, Scorpion comes out. walks out to the ring a little bit, gets out to the ring, gets in, starts looking around, looking at fans, and asks for a mic.
It is passed to him, as there is always a mic available.
Always a mic available, absolutely. I want it known today that there will be no outside interference from Dr. Moreau or his menagerie. I have asked him to stay away from this. This is between me and the Reaper and his graveyard. I have always said it is here. And now that I will stand up to this threat, I alone am the one being to strike them down, to defeat this great threat that the worldwide wrestling actually has. And until it has done, I will deal no more with the insane doctor. And then he throws the mic out to the ring back to the production people.
Nice. And, cutting your promo there.
Oh, aren't I being, dangerous and all, popping it with my -2 look?
Oh, you're the best.
I work it.
I know.
I make it crazy.
It's not for lack of trying.
Finally a good roll on that. I will take an 8. What did an 8 give me again? I don't have that one pulled up.
An 8, they pay attention. You can get booked to the match, which you're already in. Add a stipulation to the match, gain a momentum, or gain a heat with Reaper. Since, I guess, no, with Reaper. That was much more about Reaper.
I require heat with Reaper, so I will take the heat with Reaper.
Very good.
All right.
Yeah, so I think for once, the crowd responds to you, right? I think this is the first promo that you've...
I think it's the first promo I haven't botched.
That you haven't botched, yeah. So, so there's a... instead of
I think it might have something to do with the fact that I lashed out at Reaper a bit last time.
No, instead of the stony silence that you're used to after your promos, there's a smattering of applause and your fans with their tail acting sign are like waving it, and the camera zooms in on them.
All 12.
Right. So the stinger section, if you will. So you hand the yes, are you, nice tiny signs. I love it. So you throw the mic back to the ring announcer. He takes it. Goes, ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. I'm getting word now that due to mysterious circumstances beyond earthly control, Bolt Bradshaw is unable to attend the event tonight. There's a big boo. Big boo. And so, your main event of the evening will be Escorpion versus the Reaper versus Scythe for the Journeyman's Cup. This will be a triple threat match. The winner of the match will be the Journeyman's Cup winner. And that is when we will cut backstage. Joe, did you want to do that? Is this an on-camera thing or an off-camera bit backstage you wanted?
On camera, like, backstage post-match interview type stuff, like right after that happens as well.
Okay, yeah, so they announced that triple threat. So first, Escorpion, how do you react to that announcement?
Despite the full face mask, there is obvious surprise going on here. This is totally not what Scorpion was expecting. He's looking around. No,
you did not get it. Like, this was definitely
a over to the top of the ropes, looking down to the producers, like, wait, what?
Right, and I think one of the or the ref comes over, and the ring announcer come over, and they're talking to you, because they're communicating word from backstage, and they start playing your music again to cover it. while you're, kind of like being demonstrative about like what the hell's going on, and then the feed, the Tron cuts to this backstage segment with Joey Crack. So, what did you have in mind?
So I guess Tina Tahini is going to interview me, but like you talked a lot of talk, just like the typical post match.
So she's like, well, while the Worldwide Wrestling Universe reacts to this stunning news, Joey Crack, a hard-fought match, but one in which you were ultimately unsuccessful.
Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
I talked the talk, but I'd say, and I think the Worldwide Wrestling Universe would say, that I definitely proved that I can walk the walk. Atomo proved tonight he was the better man. I think in time I'd be able to prove that I can I proved that I can go toe to toe with him, and one of these days, I'm sure I'm going to get the win. It was an emotional night. It was a night that I think will go down in history. What's that say? The new main event for the Journeyman's Cup is a triple threat with two people that weren't even in the finals or the semifinals.
Well, you know how things are. You know how things are around here. Things can turn on a dime. Volt Bradshaw himself had already been eliminated before he was reinstated by the mystic efforts of Blind Man Simons.
True, and Escorpion was never in the tournament. It's interesting how they didn't, come to me, who I fought Bolt by Bradshaw before I was eliminated. But I think maybe you'll see me out on stage later tonight.
Thank you for your time. Nice. I think. Well, do you want to? Because you could be cutting. That's definitely cutting promo. Or are you using your new babyface move?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Since you're.
I have babyface moves? That's
you have
right.
the babyface move now, which can get you booked in the match. So.
Well, I'm just setting up for later.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you could gain a heat with someone in there, or you could just be doing the promo, whichever.
I didn't actually talk about anyone, so.
Okay.
You talked about Scorpion.
Just setting it up.
If you want to spend the two momentum and have +1 heat with him, you could.
I guess I'll just roll the promo.
Just roll the promo.
Yeah, I wanted to roll it later.
Or we can.
No, that's just a moment. That's just set up for later. Just like what? What did he mean by that?
Right, like everyone, watch out. This might happen. Yeah. Cool. So we are going to go to the, I believe, the tandem graveyard entrance, even though you are technically opponents in this match.
So, keep in mind that the Reaper is now a legend, so the first time I appear, I get to roll the legend move, which I'll be doing here in a second. But I think what happens is, so like the music starts, right? There's all sorts of CGI, skulls laughing and noises and things like that, and then there is that there's usually bones that come out and do like a little shindig, but there isn't this time, right? There's like this gush of fog and obviously like audio whoosh of wind, and as that happens there is like the blast of air that clears it, and the Reaper is totally standing there, and he sort of like points towards the crowd, is like pointing out his fans, like the people that are making the bone sign. And I'll get to the roll in a second. But what happens is the lights go out and the black lights turn on. And there's a bunch of plants in the audience. You have different like animal motifs set up in like sort of like neon colors. And the Reaper like reels back as like the menagerie starts like creeping up towards him. And there's a couple times where he like gives one a chop and it falls over, and he's playing it up like how he's strong. But as they keep walking out of the audience and sort of like walking up the little ramp towards where his promo was taking place, he's about to get like totally mobbed by too many when I'm gonna pass it to Scythe here.
So that's when the the curtain that had been set up a little further forward than usual flings back and reveals this massive, like, Gothic throne that Scythe is, like, perched on. It's not massive in size, it's just sort of this styrofoam cutout. And he makes, like, a forward motion, and all these guys dressed as ghosts, again with the black light, so they're all, like, green and blue. They rush out, and they just surge forward around Reaper, and they take the menagerie back into the audience, you know, and they all run out towards the exits. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, as you come up, like, I know that we're opponents, but I give you, like, one of those, like, warrior forearm clasp things, and you know, clap you on the shoulder, and I I reach for a mic. Is there a mic, Nathan?
There's a mic available to you.
Of course there is. And I make an announcement where I thank all of the ghosts of the locals that have come to aid us, because we're actually getting local reenactors to help us for some cheap heat, because there was a battle of Saratoga Springs like a half hour north of Albany, and we're totally like invoking all of their history.
The bones of the soldiers who fell at Saratoga
That's
Springs have risen to aid the graveyard in their greatest hour of need. Take your
All right.
GP.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to actually roll the legend move now, because
Hell yeah.
that's going to be relevant here. So I'll pull up some dice and make a roll. And it's the worst roll.
Oh no.
Okay, I got this.
Good thing you got some momentum.
No. It's cool, because legend is rolled with. Hold on a
Audience.
second. It's rolled with the audience, so that gives me a 4, and I do have some momentum. So I'm going to pop 2 into there, of course. And what's going to happen is, on a 7 to 9, crowd pops! I get to pick one. I can gain an audience myself, gain a heat with someone else present, or someone else present gains +1 audience. And I'm going to give 1 audience to Scythe for, like, bailing me out of this jam, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
2.
I
Watch out.
do approve that one. That was the better choice. The next best choice was to get heat, which was me.
I'm
So
sure
I'm
there'll be plenty of opportunities.
I actually planned this out for my cheap heat move, so I totally want to do it. Like, as I get up off the throne, and Reaper and I have our little action, I reach back around towards the throne, and I pull out of the throne my chair. I've been sitting on it the whole time. I carry it down with me. It's just inset in the thing. It's
The
cheap
chair
that way.
itself is what gets you the cheap heat, because your chair is more over than you are.
Right. Yeah.
Yep, I buy it. That
Well,
follows our narrative.
Also, that styrofoam isn't very, like, heavy. I couldn't actually sit on it. We couldn't afford that.
Right. Yeah, it's
They
just
put
like
the chair down and
polystyrene.
sculpted it.
It's just covered in great stuff and sculpted down.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, take your cheap heat. I'll buy it, because I am a fan of your chair. So.
Everyone is.
Which as
the
we
point.
determined, is actually the most terrifying entity in Worldwide Wrestling.
Well, yeah. It's
Awesome.
the wrestler. I'm just the tool.
Right.
I'm the wielder.
So the spirit inhabits the chair.
Yeah. It'll go on to bigger and better things and leave me behind.
And awesome. So you all make it down to the thing. So Joe and Jason are our announce team, of course.
My music hits.
All right, is Joey Crak on commentary?
I'm show-stopping right now.
Oh, you're show-stopping. Okay.
Yeah,
Very good.
I'm making this segment entirely about me.
Nice.
And gaining one momentum.
So the
and I come out on stage with a microphone in hand,
okay.
and I was like, "So the Journeyman's Cup." Duh. So the Journeyman's Cup Finals is between Escorpion, a man I've never met before in my life, Scythe, Dagger, whatever your name was when I first wrestled you. You're a hardcore chair swinging freak. I get it. But you're just a bonehead, a minion of the head of the boneheads. And this clearly, audience, this is clearly an unbalanced match. I mean, I may not like Bolt Bradshaw, but, I respect the man, and he earned his spot. And you're going to use your boneheads just to take over? I think what the audience wants to see, I mean, I can't be in the match. I mean, I've got enough energy in me to be in the match. If the audience really wanted me in this match, audience, and like, and so this is me cutting the promo.
Yeah, for sure.
So
see
there's that
see if they want you in the
10,
match or not.
11, 12, and so like yeah. So well, you know, it would not be fair for me to.
Yeah, so if the audience wants the match, they're like, Joey Crack.
So luckily, you know, I always come prepared as I unzip my jacket, wearing my classic referee shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And so, since the audience wants me in the match, I think it's only fair to have somebody that can call it right down the middle.
Nice. You're throwing yourself in as the special referee.
Yep, and then I'm going to spend, what the heck, 6 heat to gain 2 heat with Reaper and 1 heat with Escorpion.
Whoa. It's double.
That's the way
Nice. Yeah, I guess you ran them all down in your promo.
I already have 4 heat with Scythe, so.
Right. Or if you're not
So,
actually competing in the match. So.
No, I'm just going to use the guest referee stuff.
Yeah. Oh, cool. You're going to use the.
I mean, I can use that, or like if people toss it my way, I might get involved. But yeah, no, I'm just.
Let's go ahead and since it exists, go ahead and use the special referee stuff. Okay, so for those following along at home,
and that way I can also color commentate.
Right. Yeah. So there are a set of guest stars, which are like mini gimmicks that were released a couple of months ago. So Joe is taking on the special referee guest star gimmick for a minute, which will be used as opposed to his standard playbook for his moves and stuff. Awesome, that was great. Also, for those who only listen to the audio or just listen to the audio version, we are having a great round of tiny signs that people are holding up in their video window. So kudos for everyone on doing that. You're the best. Okay, awesome. So everyone gets in the ring. The crowd is going nuts because they're like, this doesn't make sense, but we don't care because it's all the people we want to see fighting each other. We'll have Joe and Jason on commentary. Jason will have the put-over power, and then Joe will cut in as the special referee as needs be. And the ring announcer, like, ladies and gentlemen, your main event for the Journeyman's Cup, a triple threat match. Whoever pins or submits another one of their opponents first will win the cup. There are no disqualifications in a triple threat match. Your competitors, the master of the graveyard himself, the Reaper.
I'm totally gonna work the audience as soon as that's said. You know, like he like leaps up, like literally just takes one step and then like steps up to like the top buckle and is sort of like looking at a corner and then like jumps down and runs to the next corner. You know, like makes the sign and salutes the fans.
All right, roll it. Work the audience. Roll plus audience. Bam! Nail it. 2 momentum. They are on the Reaper's side, even though he apparently killed Bolt Bradshaw. But but he's the legend. He's who they want to see.
Blind Man trapped him in the desert.
Yeah, Blind Man abducted him out to the desert, I think, and he went back to his home planet. It was very sad. Awesome. So yeah, Reaper, huge pop for the Reaper. A Scorpion. There's a probably more muted response. Yay! And
just takes off his, gaudy, huge shoulder pads jacket and throws it out to the crowd.
Nice. Are you working the crowd, or that just a bit?
I don't think I've ever worked the audience. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that this time. Let's make it.
I mean, you're the only good man here against these two, these two evil.
No. We discussed this earlier. Escorpion is not good. He's heroic.
You're the only heroic one here.
Yeah, I'll take my. I'll try and work the audience for a change.
Roll plus
I've
audience.
never done it before. Yes, and Joey Crack is here.
That's true.
He's the good person this time.
Oh.
Yay! In classic Escorpion mode, where he does absolutely nothing successful in the art.
Nice. That's okay. One trying this isn't too bad.
I want to point out though, you rolled a 4, right? And your audience is a 2.
No, he reset. It was a 2 before that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it went up at the beginning of the round. Never mind. You're in trouble.
So, bit of comedy.
I just can't work the audience.
Yeah, so you can't. Yeah, they're just like, eh.
So, a bit of comedy.
What happens is one of my fans reaches down to steal the jacket from a kid in the front row.
They're just getting yelled at in the crowd. Joe, what were you saying?
A comedy spot for like Joey Crack and Escorpion, and I just pat him on the shoulder, and then I just do like the Hulk Hogan to work the audience.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna roll for it, but
yeah, no, you get a big pop because it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna go into announcer mode and talk to Timmy. I can't believe what we're seeing here, Timmy. Bolt Bradshaw, who I never really liked to begin with, and thought he didn't deserve to be in this Journeyman's Cup, is no longer in the Journeyman's Cup. That's how you get ahead. You've got to cheat your way to the top. I mean, Joey Crack, I used to pull for the man, but I don't like this new attitude of his. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but I think we're going to see some nice brutality, some nice underhanded tactics, and we're going to see, maybe we'll see the graveyard on top, and maybe Escorpion will show some of his underhanded tactics we've seen him come to do time and time again.
Jesse, I really think the people came here tonight to see a titanic battle between the forces of good and evil, but it feels like evil may have already triumphed. Escorpion's been trying for weeks to make some headway against the graveyard, and he's never been able to really be able to do that, whereas Reaper has just dominated the WWW week after week after week after week, and I'm not sure there's hope left in the universe, Jesse. I'm going to put it out there. I think hope is dead.
Yeah. Well, teaming up with Dr. Moreau surely doesn't speak much for hope for Escorpion. And what's up with that? This new Joey Crack inserting himself in the match. He's not a licensed referee. He doesn't belong there.
I think he's the only thing that's going to inject sanity. I mean, up until now, I never would have thought it, but I think he's turned a corner. And if there's hope that... I can't believe I'm going to say this. I can't believe it. If there's hope at all, if it's not in fact dead, if it can be resuscitated, it'll be resuscitated by Joey Crack.
Amazing. And in the ring, finally, your last competitor, the uncharitable one himself, Scythe.
I don't know.
No big.
I'm fighting with the ref over like whether or not I can have my chair. Like while they're talking, I'm like, no, come on, no. What?
Well, do you want it to be a hardcore match?
It's already no DQ, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna.
It's already no DQ.
Screw it. 'Cause I said the other day that I said like one of the last times we played that I felt like I don't use it enough. So screw it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it, but I'm not gonna tell anybody.
Yeah, no, it'll be.
I just like whisper the rest.
One. It'll just be one when it happens.
No,
it's a hardcore match now. Don't tell them.
Here's another comedy moment. Like I pat Scythe down for weapons, then I pat the chair down for weapons.
And you're a special referee for the evening.
Chair's a pipe. Like what?
Oh yeah, I totally pull like my classic pipe out. I'm like, what is this? What is this chair?
Yeah.
We need a blade.
You yell at it and you tell it to go, and Scythe puts it outside the ring.
You're just pointing at it like. I'm holding it at arm's length, like, oh, hey, yeah.
Amazing. All right, and the announcer turns it over to Joey Crack as the referee to start the match. Tell him to ring the bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right. Reaper clearly starts in control of this match.
So I think there's this moment where I know I totally have this. All right, so I think Escorpion is totally going to face off against the Reaper. Like all three of them sort of like do the like leg one way, leg the other way, and then I think that Scythe charges forward, and Reaper grabs him with one hand and just sort of like tosses him backwards, and he plays stunned for a second, right? And then as Reaper like sort of moves towards Escorpion, like and he have practiced over the weeks, and so he's gonna try and do like one of those like slap chops, like just like punch him with a foot stomp. But like Escorpion is like going to do some like acrobatic dance backs and like just get out of the way, like 1, 2, 3, and then he's gonna get like a double-legged kick in. The Reaper is going to take like a couple of steps back, like not totally selling it, but just giving Escorpion a chance to like climb up and get ready to do like a move. And as Reaper sort of like charges towards him, you see one of them jumps up to like distract the ref, and two of them jump in to grab him. But it's the people dressed as animals from like the menagerie. Yeah,
the menagerie.
And so like one of them like probably has like Joey Crack like scolding him off the mat. But while he's doing that, the other two grab Reaper, and Escorpion sets up like a moonsault. And as he does, Reaper takes a step back and smacks the two animals together, and then uses one of them, like literally picks him up with one hand and just sort of like whips him like hammer throw style into the way. And so that's going to be my spot.
Awesome. Sounds like that's some power, right? Whipping dudes around and
yeah, that's what I was aiming for.
Throwing them all over the place. So roll that. Yeah.
That's max. So I get 2 momentum, I think, and I retain control. So I think at this point. So
I'm just gonna break in real quick.
Okay.
So once when you're like throwing these guys around, like knocking their heads together, throwing them around, and the camera zooms back, and at the top of the ramp, in the still like smoke still trickling out from the fog machines, is the hooded figure of Dr. Moreau, is like watching all the action, right? Like he's making his presence known, though he's not getting involved himself.
So I think, I don't know, Scythe, tell me a little bit about what you're doing here. I think like at this point there's just like a tangle of limbs, and like they're on the ground rolling around from this move, and Reaper does like an exaggerated like hand, with some talcum powder coming off of him, and then turns around and what's Scythe up?
I've probably been battling the menagerie as well. It is a hard-fought battle. Oh, come on, Nathan. That's not cool. Man, take me off my game.
Just trying to help out.
Yes. Yeah, okay.
We're heroes. We eat the stuff for breakfast. Come on, use it.
So the smoke sort of clears, and we have that Mexican standoff moment where all the animals have been cleared away, and we're like, huh. And we look at each other, and I have the chair in the ready position, and I was like, we'll say like I was turning to smack another animal, but it was actually Reaper, so I'm just like, yeah, ooh.
Okay. Still working
right.
together.
So maybe that's. Oh, I see. I think I see the bit. I think I'm gonna go for another one of these throws. So I think yeah. So like Reaper gets hit. And this is like his excuse to sort of like break the alliance. He like shows like rage, and then he does like a 1 stomp, 2 stomp, and looks at the audience like, "Man, can't you believe this guy?" And then actually like rushes forward, and just as like Escorpion is getting up behind him, he sort of like whips you into the ropes, and then as you come back, is going to use that as momentum to sort of like launch you forward. So that's my bit. Nathan, make a call on stats here.
Oh, go ahead, Joe.
I can't believe. I think we're finally seeing the breakdown of the boneyard. Reaper's finally, or Scythe is finally betraying Reaper. I think this man had planned this all along. Ride on Reaper's coattails to the top, then betray him when the moment mattered. Props, my hat goes off to Scythe tonight.
Well, I think when you cavort with bloodthirsty animals, you kind of have to expect this. I mean, what kind of person week after week would sit there with such hate and vile and venom coming out of them and not expect eventually to have something... You know, Jesse, maybe I should move my chair a little bit further from you. I think, yeah. Back to the match at hand.
You really should leave your marital problems out of this, Tim.
I think it's just work, Josh. It sounds like just doing moves to each other. Oh no. You're muted.
So for me, that's actually -1. So I rolled a 3, right?
That is so that is a botch. And that was you were doing that too. I was trying to come up with a fun sign, so I lost it a little bit. But you were throwing Scythe around, right?
Yeah, and so
Okay.
I think what's gonna happen is actually let me check my. I have a shit ton of momentum. That's not a problem. It's cool. So that's a 3. I'm just gonna spend 4 and go right up to 7, and then. Basically, what happens is, like, as I throw Scythe, like, it's a close thing, because, like, I may have, like, whipped him too hard or something like that, and I know what the next bit is supposed to be, but they're still stumbling. So, I think one of the, I think as he's, like, stalking towards the two of them, like, almost like with that, I'm about to end this, maybe one of the menagerie sort of, like, grabs him between the ropes. And so, like, he kind of kicks it off, and another one swipes at his legs, and he's like, all right, I'm taking care of this. And I'm going to gain 1 momentum, pass control to Scythe, and I'm going to walk out and start, like, shoving menagerie guys around and start stalking up towards Moreau.
Nice. I like it. Ref, are you just kind of letting the guys do their stuff, or are you trying to keep some kind of control
I'm mostly just letting them do their stuff. I mean, it's no disqualification. Like, I sort of like play to the crowd a bit. I'm taking it easy. Just like but like especially watching like the Boneyard take out Moreau's hybrids. I'm like, all right, they're doing my job for me.
Right. Nice. And Scorpion, what are you doing while it looks like the graveyard is turning on itself?
Privately, laughing maniacally. Publicly, doing my damnedest to take advantage of this and actually attack the Scythe, who's been the pain in my ass the most. But it's his control, so have fun.
All right. So Scythe has control. Reaper is stalking up the ramp towards Moreau, and Scorpion is coming out of the ring towards Scythe to get in his face.
Okay.
That's the status.
So I probably have I'm on the ground, and I have just enough mental faculty left to like catch that a Scorpion's coming at me. And I know I don't have time to get up and face him, so I just sort of like crawl quick until I can get my feet under me, and I run around the ring, and a Scorpion just sort of follows stalking me, and I actually dig this move a lot. So as he gets on the other side of the stairs, I do like a quick double back and spin on my foot and turn it into a spear. So I just spear him into the stairs. It's not a great hit, but it puts him off his feet. I grab him by the neck and I just sort of start kneeing him in the chest. I'm just really trying to take advantage of the one opening I was able to make. And he's a really good technical wrestler, so it really only puts him on the back foot for about 2 seconds. So I imagine he gets me in some sort of headlock or something. He's fighting me off. And I know I'm not going to be able to keep this up. He's just too good of an actual wrestler. So I'm gonna. He's got me in the headlock. I'm gonna walk up the steps a bit to get him off balance and jump off and do. I don't even know what you call it. Like, I'm jumping off so that, we fall back and I'm fall on top of him on the ground to just, break the hold and let me get out of it. And while he's down, I'm gonna do a quick jump up because, I've been aping Bolt style for forever, and I jump on the mat real quick, jump off, do a quick turnaround, and do a frog splash.
Nice.
And a vicious spear from Scythe. What's it? He's diving down to the bottom. He's taking him out. Oh, he's going up for a frog splash. The Scythe is pulling out all the stops, Timmy. Why can't you be more like him?
Well, it's nice to see that if Bolt can't be here, at least his moves are. That's all I have to say about it.
I'm okay with that. That's
all right,
fine.
yeah. I think if you're deliberately aping some of Bolt's moveset, you're definitely rolling work for.
No, I don't want to do that. Don't make. Don't. I was just about to be like, just demonstrate how fucking hardcore I am, but apparently no.
No, you're.
Gonna demonstrate how bad at wrestling I am. So here, we're gonna go to the dice cam.
The dice cam. Oh, this is interactive.
Oh!
Oh, snap!
Oh, the training has paid off.
Look at all the work you've been hitting the gym between these shows.
Yeah, we had a week off. We had a week off, and I was just like, let's figure out how to do some wrestling moves.
Nice. You learned some wrestling.
Yeah.
Yay!
This thing. Hooray!
It only took 9 weeks.
It only took 9 weeks. So I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take the 2 momentum, which will put me up to 6. And I'm gonna pass it to Reaper if he wants it, but I figure Scorpion would probably want it more.
Toss it to Scorpion for now.
Sure. So, Peter's all you.
I think
I approve of the actually rolling better than the technician right there. That makes me happy.
Just to keep things straight, I think so. While this is where all the action's focusing and the cameras and everything, right? But in the moment where the two of you are like rolling around, recovering yourselves, we go up and we see that there's just like a couple more of the menagerie who are kind of making a physical barrier between Reaper and Dr. Moreau and kind of keeping him at bay for the moment. And then the camera comes back to you guys on the outside, and the ref, focusing on the guys who are actually fighting each other.
Can I throw in a little color commentary on that real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Reaper made it clear from the start he does not care about the Journeyman's Cup, and he's not interested in being in this match. He doesn't care who wins about this. He's out there for one reason, and that is to seize whatever power Moreau has and just rip it out from him.
But he's bringing a lot of violence, and that's what the wrestling audience wants to see here tonight. We didn't get enough of it from our opening match, but we're sure as hell gonna get it right now.
Yeah, and with that, back to Scorpion with control of the match.
I love the Frog Splash. That actually makes me very happy. Anyways, I want to actually try to one-up that last match, so I have an idea. It's a horrible, evil idea, but I have an idea. See, Scorpion doesn't know that it's been made a hardcore match. So, how much is Joey Crak paying attention to the actual match going on?
I mean, he's doing his refly duty.
Okay. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. Gonna roll with that lovely frog splash. Somehow, a week and a half's worth of training, and all of a sudden, Bradshaw has invaded a new body. You're gonna roll off of that, go in for the pin, and Scorpion kicks out at 1.5. Immediately, it's going to be Scythe going in and just laying in that classic hardcore, barely actually wrestling style, just reverting back to what he knows and just laying on the punches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have to get Joey Crack to actually go in there and be a ref and pull him off.
Break it up, break it up. I want a clean-ish fight.
And the next time that Scythe comes in to actually do anything to Scorpion, Scorpion's going to grab his arm, lean back against the ropes, and slide them both out from the second rope and out of the ring to the floor. Hit each other on the floor, and it's landing on top of Scythe. And immediately going into a gator roll, getting him off to the side, letting go, back up, and grab that arm. Grab that wonderful chair-shotty needed arm, and just give it a nice, hard twist. Flip over, yank it into a new position, get it around his back, and start squeezing, holding, pulling on that thing. I think that's where I think I'm going to have to do a work roll for that.
Yeah, for sure. Are you trying to hurt him, or is this normal?
No, I do not know it's a hardcore match. I'm not hurting anybody.
Okay. So yeah, roll plus work.
Just pulling up the magic roller box.
Hey.
That is a 10 for me. Because
Yeah.
I have actual plus work.
You do. Your rolls are always very dramatic because they take a second to come up. So there's that pause while we're all waiting to see what happens.
The tension is there.
He's an actual wrestler.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab myself some 2 momentum because I don't need any extra heat with side. And I do regain control.
Nah, I'm interrupting.
Okay.
Very good.
I approve.
So I think.
Yeah. So you have Sai's arm just all rung up behind his back. Basically, is what it sounds like, and you're just cranking on it.
Yeah.
I think there's this moment where, as that's happening, you've got it cranked and you're holding it, and the camera pans up, and the Reaper will not be kept from Moreau anymore. So he actually grabs that giant throne that Scythe came in on, and he swings it once, and you see half of the menagerie fall down, and he swings it twice, and the other half falls down, and then he smacks it as he does actually the chair move, like the uncharitable, right? Bam! Straight on Moreau, sets it down, but flexing, trying to make it seem heavy, and then he picks up Moreau in an arm bar, and then lifts up the leg dramatically, and then starts charging down the stairs and throws Moreau into El Scorpion to re-enter the match.
Nice.
Also
Awesome.
perfectly plays into the fact that I wanted Moreau and his menagerie absolutely nowhere near this match. I love it.
Yeah. No, that's great. Do you have any heat with Moreau?
I do. I have 3 from last time.
I have 2 with Moreau.
All right. I think this is working with Moreau to do a memorable sequence. So roll plus heat with them.
Oh man, the dice do not love me tonight, but it's all right because it's 3 plus 3 is 6, so I'm gonna spend a momentum to gain a momentum. So I'm just gonna break even, and I'm going to pass action to Scythe.
All right, cool. So I think while so Moreau goes flying, slams into a Scorpion. They both go tumbling into the barrier, right? Because it's all on the outside still, and they're both rolling around. Scythe is picking himself back up, shaking out that injured arm, right? So our ref is gonna cut in for a second. Are you still in the ring, or have you come out to the outside?
Yeah, at first I see the ring, see Reaper's power, as he swings the giant throne. But then he's pushing Moreau into the match, and I'm look down at my shirt, look to the audience, and shrug as I roll out of the ring and get in Moreau's face. I'm like, "What are you doing? Get out of here! Get out of here!" It's well, look at me, I'm the ref. And turn around, point to the back. 100% pure ref.
Yes.
As I work the audience, just to,
Oh, that's beautiful.
because I forgot I need more momentum to help other people.
Mhm. Yeah, do it. Work the
4
audience.
plus 4, that's an 8. So I'll just get 1.
I think there's 100% pure ref, and
It's a new shirt.
no, it's very good.
Available in the shop.
Now available.
Yeah, now available on www.shopzone.biz. The so the crowd, like, for a second, Moreau, like, gets up and he still has his hood, right? So he's like emoting with his hands, and he's looking at you. He's like, what? And like the crowd starts to boo. They're booing him. And he looks around, and like the bones are starting to like kind of encroach as the actual competitors are all still kind of over on the other side. And so I think he starts retreating back up the ramp. And I think at the top, he grabs a mic, and he's just like you think you can interfere with my business and get in the way of the menagerie, Joey Crack? Well, that just means that you're added to my target list.
Actually, I'm going to pull a babyface move and spend my 2 momentum to quite literally leave my opponent speechless by pulling the soundboard apart when he tries to actually use the mic. Screw off, bro. Screw off.
All right, so he starts to, he's like, you think you think you can get in my way, and then it just goes silent, and he looks.
Yeah, then I quite literally do the Hulk Hogan what?
Right. And they're like, boo, and he just throws the mic down in disgust and retreats off the stage, which is awesome. Bringing us back to Scythe in control, right?
Yes.
So the Scorpion got himself to his feet and make, it's the babyface move, right? So you make a big show of it, of like grabbing this wire that's like over by the announce table and pulling it out, and that's when his mic goes dead. And there's a little bit of a cheer. You're shutting up this guy who, like, really, of all the people who have no business being in this match, he really has no business being in this match, right? You finally shut him up. You're getting a little bit of reflected glory from working with Joey Crack on this, and then that's when Scythe comes back at you with whatever he has to do, or you could take it to Reaper. Really, it's up to you.
No, I'm gonna hit a Scorpion with an uncharitable from the top rope. He hasn't been paying attention for, I'm gonna say, probably
in the back,
minutes at this point.
Too.
For
That is
some
the heel
minutes.
move I've ever heard.
No.
of.
I'm gonna wait until you turn around. But you turn around into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you gotta, I'm not a jerk like some people and injure people.
Amazing.
Hey.
I'm not a great wrestler, but I know how it works.
I'm not a good wrestler, but I know how to hit people with chairs.
That's
Yeah.
the problem.
I understand how to hit people with chairs and not kill them.
Awesome.
But he's doing this and he's slamming and he's like, yeah,
Mm.
boom, and
Nice.
it's just this massive impact because I've just been like stalking on the ropes and I'm just waiting, and if it's at the announce table, I have to launch like clear halfway across the
This
ring.
needs to be a missile drop kick with the chair at your feet.
Yeah, it's
Like
gonna.
That's
That's the best thing.
Yeah.
awesome. Okay. This is clearly the hardcore move.
Yeah, no,
so
this
roll-
is it. So, Nathan, would you say that I'm demonstrating just how fucking hardcore I am?
I would say so. This is
Awesome.
very hardcore.
So I get to use my Did You See That Look and roll plus look.
Yeah.
Dice cam.
I see a 6.
That's a 9.
Nice.
Plus my 2 look.
Nice.
That is another 11.
That's a 10 plus. The crowd goes nuts with this.
Oh my God! Did you see that? Did you see that? I think he's killed him.
Of
He cut
course
him in
I
half.
saw it, Timmy. I see every act of violence that there is. I've got TiVo for all of the violence that's on television. It's called Vivo.
You're like an evil Santa Claus. All you see is the nodding, and you glory in it, Jesse. You glory in it.
Well, for those listening, watching at home, Timmy is referring to an often underrated movie called Anti-Claus. Or a classic wrestler from the heyday of wrestling called Santa Claus.
Oh my god. Awesome. So the crowd does a holy shit chant, right? Just full on holy shit chant. Scythe gains an audience from nailing that hardcore move, retains control, and picks one.
Jeez.
So you can injure someone in the match, gain 2 momentum, or gain a heat with Scorpion.
Injure, huh?
Yeah, you could. I'm saying you could.
No. Like I said, I know how this works.
You're also professional.
Yeah. I'm gonna take 2 momentum, which gives me 8. And I'm gonna pass it to Reaper because I figure we're collecting ourselves.
You should. No, actually, I got this. Can you work with me on this?
Yeah. What do you think?
Keep control, and I think that while you were doing that, Reaper has walked into the middle of the match, and he kind of like climbs up on the ropes, and he's doing that like, am I the only one here actually doing this, even though he was outside just like a minute ago?
Right.
And so like after you're done, and like the crowd has popped, he kind of like points at you, and it's just like, are you gonna finish this or what? And then as you come towards him, and you crawl in, he goes to do like a foot stomp, and you sort of catch him under the heel and lift, and it's the first time you actually see Reaper fall down.
Oh.
And so retain control and work off that. Go.
Okay. So I imagine there's a second of hesitation, because this has never happened before.
I think everyone was expecting the 2 of you to like pull Scorpion in and someone pins him, right? And then you turn around and go in and just launch Reaper off his feet, and it's like
no one was ready for it. Not even me. So there's the second hesitation, but I'm still a hardcore wrestler, so I sense the blood. And I just well, no, so here's the thing. I know if I just attack him, then I'm gonna lose. So I pull. I'm gonna steal from Joey Crack now instead of Bolt. I'm gonna just start working on his knees. He's a big guy, and I'm just gonna start hitting him. I've still got the chair. It's probably bent in half. But I'm just gonna use the edge and just start ramming it into his knees. Right on the edge, just like totally hitting his brace, because whatever. It's not actually doing any damage, but it sounds real impressive, and it looks like hell. Reaper's gonna try to stumble to get up.
So while you're doing that, ref wise, I'm like, do you give? And I'm just like staring daggers right into your eyes.
You better give. Reaper goes to get up, and I'm
gonna add just one tidbit. I think there's this like moment where like Joey Crack is like 2 inches from me, and like I'm like rolling around, and as I try to get up, you get my leg in a lock or whatever, and you slam that chair down, and as he's like, do you give? I reach up and I grab him, and I use him to start getting up to my knees. When
I'm gonna bounce off. He starts to get up, and I know I have to keep him down if I'm gonna have any chance at this.
Interrupt.
Go for it.
When, as Reaper is getting up and everyone's left, babyface out there on the side where no one's paying attention. Because Scythe crawled back into the ring to deal with Reaper, because that's where Reaper fell, right?
You'll have to get back in there, yeah.
So no one's paying attention to me out on the outside. Great.
Definitely not.
So I'm going to jump up to the apron, then springboard dropkick Scythe into Reaper as he's getting up.
Oh shit.
That's some look action there.
Yeah.
That Reaper totally gets shoved into me.
Yeah. There's definitely a rough bump that is going to happen in here.
If this is going to happen, I'm going to approve of all this horribleness that's going to actually happen because I have no momentum left, and if we're going look, that is all the bad for me.
Isn't it like more of a heat thing with all of you working together?
Nathan, heat or look?
I would say, I think heat is appropriate because it's kind of this big spot that involves everyone, right? It's kind of this like dominoes kind of thing. So go ahead and roll with
+2 on that heat. That's with Crack. If I'm rolling Reaper 3 and Scythe 4, so. Who did I interrupt from? I interrupted from Scythe.
Yeah, you took it from Scythe, so let's go ahead and go with Scythe.
So somehow Crack and Scorpion have +4 heat with me, and I have like 2.
Okay, well that is a +10, so I will take momentum, and I really need this +1 heat with Reaper, so I'm taking that.
All right. So you, against all odds, recover from that. From that crazy and charitable. I think you're a little broken open, right? Like I think you have like some,
My mask is ripped. Yes.
Your mask is ripped. Yes, because your mask is ripped, and like you can maybe see like a little bit of wetness underneath there, in the close-up shots.
Some hair peeking out at the end.
Yeah. You springboard, drop kick into Scythe into Reaper, which slams into our ref, into Joey Crack, and everyone just goes down in a sprawling heap. I think the ref bump takes you outside the ring, right? So Joey Crack's on the outside as everyone's rolling around inside recovering.
Escorpion with a come-from-behind attack, taking everyone down. Maybe this man actually has something more to him than I originally thought.
I'll be honest, I had just about written him out of the match, and I believe the wrestlers in the ring made the same mistake. He's single-handedly just decimated everyone in the ring, but, we've got no ref now. I'm not sure what he expects to do. Once those two get up, they're going to squish him.
If he's anything like me, and he should be, he'll break out all the stops. He's seen the violence that's going on. I know his type. He's a dirty player. He's probably got something hidden up his sleeves.
Actually, what I had planned now is pretty cool. It's actually what I wanted to do earlier before the great interruption from Reaper.
Now that
I have everyone here, I'm actually going to make it even better now because Reaper's actually here in the ring. I'm going to grab myself a Scythe, pick him up, and hold him in a vertical suplex. Like straight up, perfect arrow. This is work. This is some awesome hold that like everyone's sitting there waiting. I'm waiting so I can at least see where Joey Crack is moving before I drop him right on top of Reaper. Is that a
vertical suplex?
Yeah.
Awesome. That is very worky.
All right. Well, I was asking because it sounds like more power because of the length of time I want to hold him up. I like.
You want to do power?
Yeah, you guys see the recent match on SmackDown with the triple threat. The three-man tag teams with Ryback, Cesaro, and Tyson Kidd versus New Day. I want to be like Cesaro, how long he held up Kofi Kingston
He can hold up a man for a very long time. So yeah, it's definitely power.
That's like the length of time I want to be holding up Scythe. So definitely power on that one? Or does that work?
Power. Definitely power if you want to be like holding him up for that extended period of time.
Alright. Well, it didn't really matter. I have a +1 on both of them anyhow. 4-11. Alright, I will steal my 2 momentum. This is going to be my John Cena flurry where I get all my action moves.
Look at the sheer power of Escorpion. Who thought he had it in him?
Certainly not me. I'm just amazed at what this young athlete's brought to the table tonight. I never would have thought that this was possible leading up to this moment, but we've got some real wrestling going on.
Also,
Awesome.
you guys aren't giving me any chance to use my ref powers.
What's the ref power again?
I can spend my momentum on their rolls,
Oh, but they're all rolling really well.
and they all have so much momentum. Well, a lot of... Yeah, that's true.
Well, we'll see. It may still come into play. All right. So I think so we have this huge delayed suplex, big pop. For the crash onto Reaper, who still hasn't made it to his feet after being taken off his feet for the first time ever. Still is good. Just keeps getting chopped down at the knees, taken out. So there's another just pile of bodies. And I think this is when we'll get into our ending sequences of the match, where Scythe is in fact booked to win this match.
Anticipated that, which is why I was going to, with my control right here, just go ahead and he's in the mine, gone squashed right now, and Reaper is Scorpio's biggest threat. So, leaving him to roll up into the corner so he can hit off another uncharitable, I would imagine, because that's just an amazing move to do. Going to roll Reaper over onto his stomach, and then put him in that nasty little scorpion sting block I had before, where it's like a half of a Boston Crab and a half of an STF combined. And sit there, and hold him in it. I know Joey Crack's not there. I know there's no way he's going to tap on this one. Doesn't matter.
Is the ref still? Are you still on the outside selling the bump, or is?
No, I'm stronger than that. I eventually get up and I see like Reaper in the submission hold, but I'm not in the ring yet. So I turn my back, walk over, grab a drink of water, splash on me, shake it out, shake my hair out for the adoring public before I finally turn back.
I approve.
Nice. Okay, so I think go ahead and roll plus work for your Scorpion hold on Reaper. There it is.
There's, you know what? It's my big finishing move. We all knew that was going to be
We all know.
How did we not know?
Everyone takes an injury. Everyone, even the opposite. Everyone.
You have a special move where your botches just cause everyone an injury?
Actually, no. This one is quite literally because I'm not finishing. I don't actually injure somebody
Right.
on a
Yeah,
boss,
just-
on a wrestling move. It's simply I have to give one momentum to my opponent, and I get countered. And they immediately gain control of the match.
Yeah, you do.
So Reaper...
However,
Yeah.
because of how we're doing, I think that we need to give control and the momentum to Scythe because this is his finish.
No, we're gonna
Nah,
follow.
screw
Reaper
that,
has
guys. I'm taking
control. And gets
No, I was
momentum.
gonna say give it to Reaper. You're
All right, have that,
interacting with
Reaper,
him.
then. Here's your momentum. Just how did we not see that coming?
So I think that there's this moment where you're holding the pin, and Joey's splashing the water, and as he turns around and does that, I should do my job as the ref and count
Oh,
the
I should go see if he's submitting or not.
I think that you've got one knee on my back, you've got the arm lock in and everything, and I think Reaper just stands up carrying you with him, and actually does a turn spin into the ropes and bounces you off his back and just whirls, and instead of letting you run towards Scythe, just claps you on the back and down onto the ground, and then sort of picks you up and puts you in an arm hold and sort of walks you around showing you to the audience.
Nice.
And then that. Essentially he's gonna actually Scythe, do you want to work on this? Because I'm thinking about just picking him up and chucking him at you.
Sure, go for it. I'll give
that's
you
what I'm doing.
I'll give you the old batter stance.
Yeah. So I think that's what I'm doing is I'm gonna pick him up, sort of set him on my shoulder, and then literally just 1, 2, and then chuck him towards you.
All right. I'm gonna whack him in the face with the chair, as I have been all night.
I believe this is where Atomo is going to do a run-in.
I knew it.
Oh, yeah.
Boop, achievement
alright.
unlocked. Everyone is in this match.
Nice. All right. So first, let's go ahead. I think and roll plus heat for the, but roll plus your heat with Scythe for executing this pitching pitching Scorpion into the chair spot. And
11.
it's good.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, for once, pick up 2 momentum and just pass it to Scythe.
Cool. But then Atomo's running in, so we will do his run-in.
Honestly,
I wholeheartedly approve the baseball thing, by the way.
I think what's going to happen here is that because Atomo and Crack had this general idea about upsetting the graveyard, is that he's going to run in and pull Reaper's feet out and drag him out of the ring. So it leaves just Scythe and Scorpion there.
Nice. All right. Roll plus your heat with Reaper.
All right. You know what? I don't even know what my heat with Reaper is. Let's have a look here. It is not very good, is what it is.
Oh, mine at you is...
Yeah, it's amazing how many times we fight, and my heat with you is terrible. But I rolled a 7.
Nice.
And I have a heat of 0 with him, so...
Okay.
You know.
Cool. So that means that Strash, you pick whether his interference... I mean, it's a little weird because it's the triple threat, but...
yeah, there's no DQs.
no
So.
Yeah, because there's no DQs. But
So
yeah,
it's either the second... Well,
double
it's probably
no
the third
DQs.
option. Interference
We're
doesn't
fine.
change the result of the match.
This option makes perfect sense. The result of the match is not in question, and I come after him.
yeah. I
Yep.
think that.
So
I'm down
I
for
that
think
makes the most sense.
he pulls me out, and actually there's this moment where we both square off, and we actually do a traditional wrestling hold where we like grab behind each other's necks, right?
Collar
And we actually take like the Greco-Roman wrestling stance, and I think that there's going to actually be like a couple of moments where we like lift each other up, and we're wrestling outside the ring. My roommate is being a fan. But I'm actually not going to steal the match. I'm going to pass this back to Scythe because I want to see what is going to happen at the end here.
Yeah, so the two of you are just locked up and just like spinning each other around on the outside, while Scythe is getting up from getting pitched into Scorpion, or hitting Scorpion with the chair and having him pitched into said chair.
So I'm going to use my referee power
Yeah.
and rebook the finish of the match.
I'm shocked. Shocked, I say.
So the new finish is Reaper is going to win. And so like,
What the heck, man?
oh no, trust me on this. So like now I'm gonna spend an interrupt so I can have narrative control.
Okay.
I'm gonna interrupt Joe.
Oh no, can I narrate my thing first?
Sure, just
Yeah,
I
let
want
him
to
get
hear
his
it.
thing in.
I want to
Okay.
hear it.
All right, so I'm spending the interrupt just so you can hear the narration. So like, Scythe does
You can
everything that Scythe was originally gonna narrate to do to El Scorpion. That happens, no problem. And like while Atomo and Reaper on the outside jucking, I think like Atomo overpowers like Reaper, gets like Reaper groggy, and I'm just gonna he's gonna like roll Reaper in the ring as I motion for him, and so Reaper comes in all stuff, and then I'm gonna hit Reaper with Reaper's own finisher, and then just toss Reaper on top of the down body. And then I was going to go for the quick part, but the quick pin, but you're interrupting, so.
All right, cool. So to get there, Scythe, are you cool with the part where you beat the hell out of Scorpion for a little bit, or did you want to not?
Yeah, I'm okay with that part.
All right, so you do that.
Yeah, so where I'll interrupt, I'm okay with everything you said. Where I'll interrupt is where I see that he's knocked Reaper out, and basically given Reaper the pin.
Yeah, so Scorpion is like lying. You beat him with the chair a couple times or whatever, and he's like lying prone. I think is the physical situation.
Mm-hmm.
Reaper takes his own finisher from Joey Crack, the referee. It's this big holy shit moment, because that's never been seen before either. And then we have you picking it up. The match is still rebooked with Reaper winning.
Okay.
So you can't like interrupt that power.
No, that's fine. He does that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Although you could heal move and win anyway.
Yeah,
Right, but you could
that's
heal
what I
move,
could
don't
do.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that too.
That's what I'm expecting.
That's funny. Being a heel and an anti-hero, I have 2 ways to make myself win.
Yeah, you.
Or to just basically rebook matches, just like whatever.
Mhm.
This is how this is now. So
Also,
what I'm
you're good at
going
real.
to do, huh?
Also, aren't you good at real? You could break kayfabe.
I'm not very good at real. That's funny. I'm very look.
Because he's the
Yeah,
hardcore.
but you have enough momentum, and the
Yeah, I
ref
have
probably
enough
starts on-
momentum. It doesn't matter.
Well, go ahead and do your thing. I just want to
so
make
what-
sure we saw the physical circumstance, and then
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna simultaneously heel move anti-hero. I'm gonna crack Joey Crack in the head with a chair. Knock out the ref. I'm gonna pull the shirt off, and I'm gonna throw it at Atomo. And I'm gonna be like, "Come on, man!" In the hopes that his adherence to the rules of wrestling will overcome all of the animosity that we have had.
there needs to be a ref.
There needs to be a ref. Whether or not what just happened in the last one, that's inconsequential.
All right, so you're using the rules. What rules move, right?
So I'm heel turning. I'm using my heel move.
You're using the heel move.
Yeah, so I'm spending 2 momentum, which drops me to 6, which still leaves me a good bank just in case.
I heard Peter asking if you could interrupt.
Yeah.
Do you have any momentum?
I wanna do it- I wanna do it in an
momentum, which is exactly enough to do it.
All right. What are you doing?
believe what we're seeing right now. This is chaos. What's Joey Crack doing?
Would my interrupt be before or after the heel move?
It would be after the heel move because he already kind of made that happen with his momentum.
Okay, then never mind. No worries. I won't interrupt.
Okay.
What? Scythe is taking off the ref shirt. That man, well, he's not a licensed ref, so I don't give a damn.
Actually, that's a much better idea. I'm gonna steal what Joe's thought was because that's my anti-hero move. I take the ref shirt off. I put it on myself.
Scythe is my new hero.
Scorpion and count myself.
So you pin Scorpion, and then you
No, okay,
your own.
no. I put the shirt on the chair.
Yes.
I pin Scorpion and I smack the
Wait.
chair in the ring.
This is chaos. This is insanity.
Oh,
this is doing
yeah.
everything you need to do to win.
Oh,
Scythe
amazing.
is a true champion.
Do you?
I'm not sure even in a no DQ match we can call that legal. I'm pretty sure the rules
So go
specifically
ahead.
say inanimate objects do not get to be refereed.
Like the rules don't say anything about.
The rules be damned.
The rules don't say
Making things
that
up, Timmy.
a chair can't be a referee.
Yeah, they will later. They will now.
If you can wrestle with a tag team with a mannequin's head, a referee can be a chair.
Okay, so how does the rules? What rules work again?
I don't know what rules. The anti-hero move.
Yeah, the anti-hero move.
I roll plus real. Let me pull it
You
up
got
again really
momentum,
quick. I'm
Right,
pretty
because it's when you break the rules, right?
Yeah.
No, you roll plus look.
Is it plus look? Oh, it is
Yeah.
plus look. Oh shit. Dice cam. So no one can accuse me of cheating.
We would never do that.
Hey, that.
Oh,
So we're gonna push them together.
I see a 5.
Oh.
2 5s. Nice.
So that's 10.
Is that- So what does that do for you?
On a 10, I get away with it. Book the finish of the match on the fly.
Yeah, so I think the nothing in the rule book says that a chair can't be a referee. So the question is, wait, do you put the jersey on the chair and then bang the chair for making the tap?
Yes.
Or
yes,
do you
because why wouldn't I do that?
and use the chair to pin him and then tap for the chair and then count for the chair?
No, because then
the chair would get the cup.
No. I see what you're doing, Nathan.
I'm
You're
just
trying
checking.
to use my own shit against me.
No. That's fine. I just wanted to be clear about which direction this was
At the
going.
end, it's like, okay, the chair wins.
Right. Yeah, and then the chair just has the cup on it, and that's...
Yeah.
No. Okay. So you put the jersey on the chair.
Uh-huh.
Throw yourself over a scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
Bang the chair coincidentally, like
1,
on his,
2.
across his face or something while you're doing it.
I'm smacking his leg.
Bam.
He's trying to get his leg on the
Bam.
ropes, and I'm just like, nope.
And the the timekeeper rings the bell. Ding, ding, ding.
Does he still roll for a finisher on that,
Yeah,
or is the rules?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just weird.
He rebooked it, so he's booked to win.
That's true. Fuck it, roll your finisher, whatever.
He's got the momentum. Let him get that
what?
audience.
You know what?
At this point, it's so good, no matter what.
When we win with a chair, does it matter anymore? Like,
Just
does
roll.
anything matter?
Just roll. Let's just see how it goes.
It's whether or not the crowd's into it, mostly.
That's true. Yeah, let's see if you get
love
audience
these
out
dice.
of this. That's really the question.
I love these dice.
So you got to 10 it up anyway, right?
Yeah.
You haven't had to put over anyone.
+6 from his momentum.
Yeah, sure. So I have a 16.
Plus all of the refs.
I hit my
momentum.
finisher clean. Choose whether you or my opponent gains a +1 audience. Oh man, I wish I'd gotten one more audience during this match. I'm gonna take me so that I have 3.
Word.
I'm gonna give it to the chair, so then it has 70.
The chair is the most over thing in the company. Okay, so
Yeah, always has +5 audience.
Yeah.
It's always the top of the card.
Yeah.
the bell rings, ding, 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 and then there's a moment of confusion, right? Because the ref is the chair, and then the ring announcer says, "Ladies and gentlemen, it's been confirmed. The winner of this
And
triple
I
threat
think I'm
match."
going to snatch away the mic and be like, Scythe by a chair! I lift his hand.
Hey, cellulite.
and it takes back. He's like, yeah, and he gives you a look, and there's a big cheer, right? There's a big, Scythe cheer. The timekeeper grabs your hand and raises it, and says, "Your winner, and new Journeyman's Cup champion, representing the graveyard, Scythe." And C. Colton Craig comes out down the ramp holding the Journeyman's Cup to come give you in the ring.
Jesse, I gotta say, not only is
Maggie's
hope
giving me a big
gone,
sour face.
not only is hope gone, sanity is gone. What kind of world do we live in? What has become of the WWW?
What are you trying to say, Timmy? Are you discriminating against chairs? You're sitting on a chair right now. How dare you, sir? You should
Jesse!
show your chair more respect.
My God, man, you've gone even more insane than Scythe. What is wrong with you?
The man did what it took to get the win. We had Joey Crack trying to interfere in this match. He's not a real referee. That chair is completely impartial.
This has got to be the first time the Journeyman's Cup has ever been awarded by chair. And I'm not sure what this means
It
for
was
the future.
awarded by a pinfall. The man's shoulders are still down. That's at least a 10 count.
Jesse, how do you sleep at night?
In a big bed.
Oh, that's wonderful. All right, so C. Colton Craig comes down, hands Scythe the Journeyman's Cup. Everyone is in or around the ring in various states of disrepair. There's still a mic available if anyone has any final words that they want to get in.
So I think, like, after hitting Reaper with Reaper's finisher, I mean, Joey Crack and Reaper have to be brawling.
Yeah, sure.
I love it!
Yeah, you guys.
They're setting up the
future.
Future feud, like I said, started in the beginning.
Yeah, for sure. So after you told the by the chair thing, the reason the mic went back to the ring announcer was because you then went outside and started chasing Joey Crack, and the two of you.
And since Joey Crack already announced this at the beginning, he was talking to Professor Atomo, and we probably had some discussions backstage. So there are times when the Reaper does the whole points at Atomo, points at Crack. They're doing like their little shindigs.
Yeah, awesome.
Working it up for the next series.
I think because both Joey and Atomo agreed that Escorpion hadn't been really selling, although tonight he did pretty well. They do the face recovery and eventually drag him off to heel and they will
Yeah,
protect
like
him on the
arm
way
around
up.
his shoulder. Like,
Yeah. So they'll give him a face moment and get him back there. So they'll come back stronger.
I'll let Atomo do that.
I think Atomo does that while
I
Crak
stick with the
and-
rolling with Reaper.
Yeah, I think Reaper
a
is
hotter angle.
Atomo is doing that, but like I think Reaper is coming for you guys, and then
Yeah.
like he and Crack get into it there as he's like, you know.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's cool.
So I think I actually did hit for audience, and remind me if this happened.
You did. I gave you at least one.
I was gonna say I think you gave me one before the match even started, because I reset to
Yes.
one. You gave me one. Hitting my hardcore move when I smacked Scorpion in the chair gave me one, and hitting my finisher gave me one. So I'm at 4.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And you
Joey
get
Crack,
an
that's
advancement anyway because you won a championship. So you get like 2 advancements just a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus,
you want a
if you had 4 heat with anyone in the match, you would also get one from that. So.
Yeah.
So I get 2 advancements also because I had 4 heat with Scythe and Reaper.
No, it doesn't
You just
stack.
get, you just get 1 for having 4 with someone.
I'm trying to ruin it.
No, you get 1.
I
tried
know
this
it's fine.
before.
Peter's just salty because I just won the match with a chair, and you're yelling at him about rules.
Yeah, but
You
you
can only do it once. It's in the rules.
No.
Look, nothing in the rules says a chair can't be a referee.
In
Well,
that
you're
case,
Nothing in the rule book says a dog can't play baseball. Look,
well, I mean, in that case, I was involved in the match, and I have 4 heat with Scythe, so I also get an audience. I mean,
you weren't competing in the match.
no, I'm joking.
Gotcha.
Teasing.
Okay, well,
I got physical.
you did get
physical.
It was beautiful. Awesome, and I think we end our pay-per-view with Scythe holding the Journeyman's Cup, which he can cash in at any time for a Worldwide Wrestling Pan-Oceanic Championship match. Anything else?
No, this has been a long night.
Awesome.
I think we're
Yeah,
good.
I think we are going to call it here.
Everything here has just been amazing. That's all that needs to be done.
Yeah, that was awesome. We'll do super quick. Any super quick plugs? I'll just talk about my stuff real fast while you guys think if you have anything. Thank you so much for watching the show. This concludes our first season of this exhibition game. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I know we certainly did. And yeah, it's been great. Thank you all so much. You can visit my website at ndpdesign/WWWRPG for more information about the game. Check out the web store if you want to order it. Right now I'm running a little deal on merch, so if you want a fun t-shirt, 8x10 glossy poster featuring the awesome comic style art of all the gimmicks, or any of that stuff alongside a book or PDF package. There's a little discount on that right now in the web store. No code or anything, it's just on sale. And I will be at Origins later this week along with at least one of our players here, running this game, running some of my other games, and just generally having a great time. Visit the Worldwide Wrestling RPG community on Google Plus to talk to the over 350 other awesome people who just kind of talk about wrestling, throw around ideas for new gimmicks, and just kind of talk about the fun world of pro graps. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Thanks again for me. I'll go again in our same order if anyone has a quick plug before we get out of here. Jason.
I will plug the Living Games Conference, which the website just went live today. It's in May. I went to the first one of them. It's super cool. It's academics. It's LARPing. Check it out.
All right, Joe, anything to plug?
I will plug DexCon at DexCon 18, July 1st to July 5th in Morristown, New Jersey. Indie Games Explosion is looking for small press publishers and game masters to pitch their games through Indie Games Explosion to run at DexCon. Check them out at ipressgames.com.
Cool. Matthew, do you have anything to plug?
I'm just going to do a general plug for Free RPG Day coming up on June 20th. It's one of the things that got me into RPG gaming initially. Go to freerpgday.com, use their store finder to try to find a store near you. Go out there, try a game you haven't played before, meet people in your hopefully local area, that do RPGs find a cool store. This will be my 3rd year that I've gone and organized and run games for people, and it's always a lot of fun.
Awesome. Peter says to skip him. So, Strash, do you have anything to plug?
No, I don't. This is like one of the few times when I'm actually in between sections of where I'm doing some crazy stuff. But go watch Fury Road. Yeah.
Yes, go do that.
I think we can all agree that watching Fury Road is a good use of your time if you have not yet seen it.
Go
It's
watch
great.
Fury Road.
And also has a fantastic 3-dimensional fight that is very much like a pro wrestling match. So
try to see when people fail their moves.
Yes.
Because it's
bring it
kind
all
of
back.
obvious if you know how to do that.
Awesome. All right, and that's it. We are going to sign off. On behalf of all of our awesome players and their awesome characters, this has been a great series. I'm really glad that we did it, and thanks everyone for watching. You're the best. Have a great night.